Welcome to Fire Breathing Kittens, a standalone actual play Dungeons & Dragons podcast. Every episode microplot is a complete adventure with a beginning and an end that fits into the overarching macro plot of the whole season. Because they stand sturdily on their own, you can listen to these episodes in any order and can skip any that you don't enjoy. Today is a special episode because it is an experiment in storytelling. There is absolutely no way that this turns out the same way it did last time, because that went just off the rails. So what we do is we have two different groups of players approach the same settings and NPC setups, sort of like a stage curtain lifting. And how they react to the situation determines the outcome. The fate of the NPCs is in your hands. We are joined today by Wevelian Willy von Erden.
Hello, everyone. It's everyone's favorite dead guy, Willy. I'm a level 4 warlock, a level 1 barbarian, and a level 2 paladin. I have a wide variety of classes because there are a wide variety of people in my head. I stand very tall, very lanky. In my birth, I was a sea hag, so I have terrifying shark teeth, but a lovely mop of curly brown hair that covers the smoking pits that were once my eyes. I dress as a Victorian ghost, and it's lovely to meet you.
Cosmos.
Who's that jumping out the sky? K-O-S-M-O-S, Cosmos. I am standing in at 5 foot 9 inches tall. I'm weighing in at 180 pounds. I am a masked wrestler, level 7 monk, with a galaxy pattern sprinkled across my face, and now with the addition of a lovely, lovely cloak that hopefully will not result in me dying, and a brand new championship title belt, which I'm wearing around my waist very proudly.
And Clop Napalm.
Well, howdy. My name's Clop. I'm a centaur. I stand at a proud 6 feet 11 inches, but let's just call it an even 7. And I'm a little on the big side. I'm 1,400 pounds, 1,492 pounds. My skin color, my upper part skin color, I'm a beige, but my hair color, so the top of my head and the lower part of me is a nice brown color, and I kind of clip-clop all over the place when I'm walking, so that's kind of where I get my name from. People use it as like a nice. As a nice nickname, I assume. I don't think they're trying to get their kicks out on me or anything like that.
Welcome, all of you. Where are each of your fire-breathing kittens' tattoos?
Willy's is over his heart, as this new family he's found with the fire-breathing kittens is as dear to him as his own dead organ.
A little less eloquent, Cosmos is just on his left pec. Rippling, defined, glorious.
Willy forgets where the heart is, but I think we have it in the same spot, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Whoa, chest bump.
Clop's is it's located. It's a branding mark, and it's on my rump.
All right.
Right beside my swinging table.
And I am curious, how do you sit in chairs, Clop?
Not easily. I don't really sit down I break most chairs I sit down on because they don't make them to handle that kind of a weight load. So I kind of, if you ever seen like a dog when they sit, that's kind of how I sit down. But it's not. It doesn't look great. I'll tell you that.
Where would you be in an auditorium if you were seeing a show?
Well, they don't. They usually put me in the stables. They don't let me in too much all the time. People don't treat the centaur folk very kindly.
Well, sort of like a handicapped empty spot at the end of a row, there's a centaur empty spot at the end of this row, as you are all in an auditorium inside the NiqaCon Convention Center complex. In between events, People are milling about. A person with the head of a rabbit, body humanoid but furred, wearing a phthalo green long-sleeved top that fits fashionably loosely on her thin arms and is also wearing crisp white pants, has sat down and begun chatting with you all as she takes a break from setting flyers down on each chair. She sighs and puts her head in her hands and advises you, if you want to get invited to another Sunblade party, you have to stop impersonating them. They took offense. Although how anyone could mistake fire-breathing kittens, and here she looks at you three and raises an eyebrow, for paladins is beyond me. You should make up with them somehow, though. That garden party with just the moody booksellers was so boring. It'd be way more fun with you all there.
Well, of course, I believe in peace in all things. And I do take a touch offense because I'm a recently minted paladin myself, and I swear to the king of all creation upon it. But thank you. Might I ask what these flyers you're putting down are?
Yes, here's one. She hands you a flyer that says Joyful Babette Canvas Gala, a date 2 weekends from now, and a address in the Arts District.
As a player, I'm so happy for her. As a character, I have no idea who that is. Oh, well, thank you very much. I'm here with my friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
I look at them, show them the flyer.
Mm-hmm.
An art exhibition.
What kind of art do they do here? I don't quite understand.
Well, I suppose we might want to go and see. Isn't that... I believe this is the point of the flyer, to draw interest. You make a good point, my friend. Clop, CC, what do you prefer?
Clop's fine. CC was a female centaur in my clan's name, so I don't like CC too much for me.
Yes. Willy makes a mental note to look up this CC.
Please don't do that.
Kosmos, are you a fan of the arts?
The martial variety tends to be more my speed.
Well, very interesting. I'm not much of a pugilist myself, but I do know my way about my sword. And I rip it out of my chest dramatically, and then put it back in because I realize I'm in public in a non-combat situation.
I imagine Cosmos is wearing a mask, but his eyes go wide, sort of in the way that Spider-Man's eyes go wide in the cartoons.
Very sick. What do you boys think of the Sunblades? That group of religious mercenaries, in my opinion. They do good, but I don't know. There's something about them that just rubs me the wrong way. You see his hair flutters up and his eyes smoke a little bit.
Well, the only thing that I really know about in my heart is the natural world. I don't know much about, like, religious zealots or paladins or none of this, like, holy stuff. I don't know what that's all about. I give me, like, the rolling plains. Like, what is all this, like, holy business?
Oh, I find personally that true divinity comes from struggle. That it is through combat that we achieve some sort of divine peace. And also, that's how I make my hands glow and I throw fire.
Yes, I get that. He readies up an Eldritch Blast in his hand. He's like,
Joyful Babette, a voice calls. You all turn your heads and see a bunny person with the head of a rabbit and a humanoid body covered in fur, wearing some latest top fashion monstrosity, hopping down the aisle to her at top speed. Come quickly, your art! The rabbit-headed woman you'd been talking to straightens, ears pointed upward, and hops after him at great speed.
well, seems like this is definitely our business, right?
Of course, we were given a flyer.
Of course. Great. Yeah, everyone have a flyer so they know we're supposed to be there. And, yeah, let's follow along. Oh, I can't believe we almost went to go make peace with the Sunblades. That would be so
Crazy.
What?
Everybody roll a survival check to see how good you are at following.
Survival check.
Oh boy. I got a 9.
16.
It would be a 3 total for me because I rolled a natural 1.
Cosmos starts to turn left as he exits the auditorium, and then Willy corrects both Clip Clop and Cosmos and steers you to the
Yeah,
right.
we learned that in Cosmos' first adventure, that Cosmos doesn't know directions.
The marching order is now Cosmos behind and everybody else in front of you. Bounding through the convention center halls, jumping past people, the bunny people speed to a dressing room. What are each of your movement speeds?
I've got 45 feet of movement.
Oh my goodness. I thought I was fast.
Monks, man.
I think I'm 30.
I have 40.
That means that Clip Clop pulls ahead of Willy. I mean, you're a horse. That makes sense.
Centaur, please.
Well, okay. You have all the strength of a horse in your centaur form and all of the intelligence of a human. So, Willy, you fall behind a little. It is Clip Clop who arrives on the scene first. So this gives you an order of response. Sort of different than rolling initiative. Eh?
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. Clip Clop. You arrive at the dressing room and with the door open can see joyful Babette plop her crisp white pants onto the ground as she slumps, emotionally upturned, like how someone upturned the closets of clothes on the floor. They aren't just piled on the floor, they're in pieces. Finger-length tatters of glittery satin, habute, and charmeuse.
I feel like I shouldn't be looking right now. She just dropped her pants, didn't she?
No. She plopped on the ground. You don't want to sit on the ground with white pants, so it expresses how distressed she is.
Oh, I see. Okay.
She's sitting on the ground in white pants. It's awful.
You know when you see something horrible, you just drop trow.
Sorry, I should have phrased that different. She is sitting on the ground, and there are tattered pieces of what used to be costumes in, like, everywhere. Piles on the ground, like it's just a mound of ripped apart clothes.
What is her demeanor?
Sad.
Is she she's sad? Is she in tears? Is she visibly distressed?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
And the other bunny is there too, and he looks like he's in shock.
I guess, how far away from them am I?
10 feet because you're at the, like, outside the dressing room doorway.
Okay.
Yeah, door's open, you know, like it's like one of those preparation rooms. It's not like a bathroom or something. It's like just a small room.
Okay. I guess, I will, I'll call over and say, hey, what seems to be the matter? What happened to all your clothes here?
She looks at you with tears running down her bunny face and says, "Someone's destroyed them."
Someone? Do you have any clue who might have done something disastrous to you?
She sniffles and shakes her head side to side. Now, Willy, you're on the scene next. You saw all of that.
Willy dresses nice. He doesn't dress himself. Tanager does. I mean, he dresses himself physically, but he doesn't pick his own outfits. So he is used to fine clothes and sees, like, what a tragedy this is. And as a recent barbarian getting more in touch with the raging king inside of him, suppresses a rage, but, like, gets very tight and angry. He, opens his mouth and whistles. He has a new magic item called the Night Caller, which allows you to basically control up to 2 undead. He recently got a fun skull from a tomb. So he whistles, and a skull with a little crown on it comes floating out of his bag, and he goes, "Barnabas, look around for anyone with a clothing-cutting knife or cloth on them. Keep in mind this is a very limited mindless undead, so it shouldn't be able to do anything. But nonetheless, Willy doesn't know that and does it anyway. So he sends a floating skull off to bite anyone who looks like they ripped up clothes recently.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a plus in what comes next because of that, but I'll describe that then. Noted. And then finally, having tried to turn left down another hallway along the way, Cosmos arrives.
I imagine just like in the background of all of this happening, Cosmos is just Scooby-Doo running like through different hallways, trying to find the room that everybody's very obviously in. Well, I see we've all found the oh my goodness gracious. What on earth happened here? What in the catastrophe of costume making?
Okay. And that brings us to a skill challenge is a storytelling scenario. For this skill challenge, the party as a whole needs to succeed 3 times on ability checks before reaching 2 failures. On your turn, set up your dilemma yourself, describe how you try to overcome it, then roll a d20 and add your ability modifier to find out if you do. If the party gets 3 successes, you pass the skill challenge and achieve a favorable result. If the party gets 2 failures, you fail the skill challenge and something bad will happen. And then I've got a DC written down that I'm not going to read out loud. Each person can only use a skill, for example athletics, once during the entire skill challenge. The same skill also can't be used by 2 people in a row. Spellcasters, you can expend a spell slot to gain advantage on your roll if you justify it with storytelling. And for Willy, if your skull can help you, you can get advantage on that first roll. The order was determined by the arrival, so Clop is first.
Oh my goodness. I will, and I just choose any skill I want. Mm-hmm. All right, I guess I'll go with strength since that's I'm pretty strong, so I'll do.
Well, the skills are the like athletics, acrobatics.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, those are your skills.
My bad. And then I will do a.
Athletics is the one strength-related skill.
I was gonna. Should I do? You know what? Yeah, I'll go with athletics then. Let's do athletics.
All right. Describe what you do. So what you're attempting to do, and then you roll your dice and add your athletics modifier to it, and that'll tell you if you succeed or not. So set up your dilemma yourself, describe how you try to overcome it, then roll a d20 and add your ability modifier to find out if you do. An example could be, in a skill challenge, if you are standing in a canyon and there's like a gap in the middle and you want to reach something at the other side, you could use your athletics to run and jump and see if you make it across. So
I'm sorry. I think what am I doing the skill challenge for?
There is currently a crying bunny person. And we don't really know much about the situation, like how the clothes were destroyed, who destroyed them, when this happened, why it happened, if there's anything left in the room by the people. You know, we don't know anything about this right now. You can investigate using your skills. All
right, then I change my approach entirely. I'm gonna go with a perception check or a perception skill, and I'm just gonna kind of like saunter over, Clop over to the pile of clothes, and I'm just gonna kind of like ruffle through them and then maybe like toss them all around and make a bigger mess than it is. Just kind of trying to look and see if I can notice anything out of place with how these clothes have been like torn up and ripped apart.
Ah, you're examining how they're torn.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
So that will be a... Sorry, one sec. That's 21.
Okay, now that is a failure. But damn. There's a thing called failing forward where I'm still going to give you, the reward thingy, the information bit. I'm just going to also give you the bad ending if you guys fail again. What you find is that as you pick up a piece of fabric and you pick up a second piece of fabric, it really looks like they should go together. But if you lined these up, they wouldn't make a full piece of clothing. It's as if as they cut on the left and the right cut of the seam, they removed some of the fabric, which is a very strange way to cut things. It's like cutting out a piece from the middle when you cut, like cutting and then cutting an extra bit more, just so that the two pieces as they line up don't fit together. It's very unusual, and you notice it because you're looking at it. So that's the clue that you have. This is a weird cut. There was a piece removed as they cut it. Next up, because we determined initiative by movement, speed, and survival, is Willy.
I have a question about skill challenges, but sort of a meta question.
Yes.
Do these happen simultaneously, or am I allowed to use the knowledge that Clop just gained to influence what I choose to do?
You can use the knowledge that Clop just gained.
Okay, then I look over to Cosmo and go, do you feel comfortable calming down, Babette? Or would you rather take to the field?
I think I can put the charm on if need be.
Do ask if she has any enemies. And then Willy will choose to do intimidation. And he lets the king out a little bit, which causes his form to bloat, his stance changes. He's a lot like, what's his name in the movie Split? Where, like, you know, it's the same body, he's just holding himself different. And he's quickly stomping down the halls, making eye contact with every person he sees. A floating skull with a crown following very nearby, nipping at people. And intimidation in the sense of dogs aren't afraid of cats, more or less, but mice will run away when they see a cat. So that's why I want to be the cat, you know, and see who feels guilty when they see someone looking for another person.
Okay. In the crowded convention hall with, like, dozens of people around you.
I thought we were in a room, like, in a back area.
Well, it's, like, off the...
I was more thinking going, like, in the back areas and the hallways, you know, in like, not directly onto the floor. Or is it more, this is just a room off the floor?
If it's off, like, one of those empty hallways that's not used by people, then there's not going to be anyone in it. And if it's off one of the crowded hallways, there could be a crowd. So which would you like? You're the one setting up your dilemma.
With that phrasing, I am going to go into the convention hall.
Okay. Like in the big hallways between, like, the big rooms.
Yes, but...
Okay.
What do the crowds look like?
They are a variety of races, ages, and people dressed in fantastical costumes. You see, like,
cool.
Robes and kilts and hats and foam weapons.
Cool. Then Willy strips off his top, and he is, as has been established before, covered in arcane runes. So he thinks that will look like he's in a costume just by being himself. And then I'll have the laughing skull above me, but I'm still looking through the crowd for anyone who looks like they're trying to get away from the area that the crime happened. So I will try to intimidate the crowd.
Okay.
But I try to blend in by being myself, which is a lesson I think all of our listeners can learn.
Yeah.
Cool. Not incredible. 15. Oh, wait. I have do I get advantage?
Yes, please do.
Oh, thank you. By the way, Barnabas, I believe, is, what's his name's, Raven, so I'm changing it to Alabaster. Thank you, Alabaster. That's a 24.
Okay, that passes. Whew, Cosmos gets to go. So, like, alright, so your goal is to look for someone fleeing the scene. I mean, I can't give you that, because that is kind of the whole point of this adventure. But I can give you something else. I have a list of other NPCs that you could find that are useful. So as you're intimidating people in this crowded hallway, you bump into a centaur. And you were intimidating people, so this centaur puts their... what does an intimidated person look like?
I imagine it's like you make eye contact, and then they look away real quick, and you're like, oh, I got you now.
They look away really quick, like they are uncertain of themselves.
They got their hand caught in the cookie jar.
Well, something.
Cool. Noted.
Do you say anything to them?
Oh, I thought we were going to end the skill, like, I would do it at the end. Hello. Can I talk to you for a moment? I love your costume.
He's wearing Pegasus wings.
You look so elegant.
His voice is deep, yet he rarely speaks for fear of saying something he shouldn't. I feel like this is an intimidatable NPC. And he's quick to anger. So, but you said he looked elegant. Thank you.
Do you know a place around here someone could get a cookie or a bit of juice? I would love to chat about how you built your costume, and I'm quite famished. And he flares his shark teeth.
I'm not into, like, non-centaur people. I got this lady Winnie that I kind of was looking at the food court.
Let me assure you, this is not a romantic advance. Come with me to the food court. Perhaps they have a Cinnabon.
Okay, we are on a non-romantic food court expedition. You learn that his name is Trotsky Fullshoof.
My notes are guilty centaur Trotsky Sherhoof. What was it?
Fullshoof. Yeah, he rarely speaks for fear of saying something he shouldn't, so he's just an easily intimidatable person. I think intimidation is kind of independent of guilt myself. So you've met a friend. All right, we're going to go on to Cosmos. Cosmos, you get to play. As long as you don't fail.
Yeah,
if
I
you
do.
fail, then it's over. But yeah. What do you like? What do you want to do?
I've been tasked with the job of cheering up this bunny person. So I'm going to I really just want to flex my performance skill. So I'm making this as dramatic as possible. I'm sending my cloak billowing out behind me. I'm pulling off a bunch of very impressive looking martial arts moves in the hopes that I can garner some level of distraction from what is currently upsetting this bunny person.
Okay, let's see your roll.
Is a dirty 20.
And with the second failure, can you describe what happened?
Me describe what happened?
Oh, yeah. It did not go well.
Oh, no.
Like, physically. Like, she's entertained. She feels better. But it's because of the comedy, of the physical comedy.
Oh, I've definitely got a slip on that cloak. By the way, cloak of protection. I'm still getting used to it. I still haven't quite figured out how to move in this thing. And so it's definitely going to end up under my feet, and I'm just going to pratfall.
You slip on your cloak, you fall, and unfortunately, you're going to take...
Oh, no.
11 damage as you land on stone. There is something hard in this pile of clothes, and it hurts.
Do I get nothing for being a wrestler and knowing how to fall?
Yes, 7 instead of 11.
Oh, thank you.
And there is a stone underneath you. It feels kind of like a tablet, maybe.
Ow. Yeah, I'll just roll myself over, pick up the tablet, roll myself back, and look at what I have accidentally stumbled upon.
As you pick it up and it's activated by being held by 2 hands, an illusion beams upward from the tablet. 3 taunting but beautiful faces appear like a hologram, laughing at you, pointing, pulling down an eye and sticking out their tongue. They are a man with cardinal red hair, a man with black hair, and a woman with hair that must have been dyed because it is maroon. They are all unusually attractive.
Okay. 3 very attractive people are making fun of me. Trying to figure out if this is a dream or a nightmare.
Por qué no los dos?
Are they just laughing at me because I fell, or is this like some pre-programmed type?
You continue to hold it and look at it, and it continues to laugh and point, as if they are not interacting with the world around them, but merely pre-programmed.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, this is some kind of calling card, I can only assume. I will pick up this tablet, and I will try and relocate my comrades.
Actually, let's instead of splitting the party, let's go back to Willy. You have gotten this centaur to confess that he has the engagement ring on him for Winnie.
My friend, I feel like I've grossly assumed the wrong crime upon you. You seem like a nice chap. Tell me about Willy. There's a crime I'm investigating. If you're finished with your Cinnabon, do you want to hang out?
He will follow you to the dressing room.
Cool.
If you
So
go back.
maybe, yeah, I will. And maybe in that time, the other two can do a little thing between them.
Yes.
What you find over there?
I'm just going to finish, like, cracking my back the other way to try and realign it. And, well, I found what I could only guess is probably a calling card. These three very, very beautiful people, all pointing and laughing.
Sounds like my days when in school.
Sounds like me before I became a wrestler. It's, I don't
What's
really
up,
know what to
guys?
do with it. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Willy?
This is my homie Trotsky. I just met him. I don't think he cut up the robes. What we got? Some kind of tablet?
When Trotsky walks in the room, Clop, you recognize him.
I kind of like my face. I kind of just like drop, and I quickly just like turn away, and like do one of those like, oh, I hope he didn't see me type moves.
You are, however, a centaur.
Yes. Listeners, please, just imagine an embarrassed centaur trying to hide. It's very funny.
And this is like a small room, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes. Giant centaur, tiny room, trying to hide.
So he sees you, and he goes, Willy, I thought you were cool. Why are you hanging out with Clop?
Trotsky, look, you are my newest and closest friend, clearly. What? We have a whole guild thing going on here. What is your beef? Let's hash it out real quick. Clop, stop hiding. We can all see you. That's a coat rack. What is the beef between you? Come on, let's hash it out, and then let's find who messed with this young bunny lady's garments.
And if we need to hash it out physically, I am qualified to act as a referee.
And I'm qualified to act as an executioner. So let's see how this goes.
I'd prefer to sit this one out if it's okay. I don't.
Yes.
I don't. I mean, all right, Trotsky. What are you even doing here, man? I didn't even think you'd be into conventions.
I'm getting Winnie the themed prancing hippogriffs memorabilia box, of course. It's got the 4 kings on it. So I could put the... You know what? I don't have to talk to you. You know, you guys, and he points to your 2 friends, should be careful around that one. And he trots out. Skis.
Cool. I real sassy yell down the hall. You should be more confident in your relationship with Winnie, so not just seeing what I assume is her ex freaks you out so much, dude.
He swishes his tail like you don't know nothing and walks away. He's gone. He's gone.
Clop?
I'm sorry about that, guys. That guy's he's crazy, you know.
So we're going to declare this a no contest then?
You clearly have a...
Got you with that one.
I don't. Winnie's no. I don't quite know who this Winnie. That's someone else. My beef is with Trotsky. Although I don't really have beef with Trotsky. I think he more has it with me. I kind of, I don't know, guys. This is it's not easy for me. It's not easy for me.
Joyful Babette looks at you all in her dressing room. There were 2 centaurs. There's a masked luchador. There's whatever Willy is. She's
cool
like,
dead guy.
yeah. She's like, so I hate to break up the party here, but I really gotta, I'm sorry. This is like a moment for me. I had so much invested in this. I had spent so long on these costumes for the runway tonight. And I gotta either fix this or bow out. I gotta decide what I gotta do. So, what are you doing here?
We are the fire-breathing kittens. We are drama incarnate. But you know what we do when we have drama? When I look to both of them, I go, we solve a problem. How about we do both? Joyful Babette, simply stated, who is your biggest competition? Do any of these three figures look familiar to you in any way? And I motion to the laughing figures on the tablet. I understand this is a high-tension moment for you, and we have woefully overtaken your time. But allow us now to make that right by finding this culprit and bringing them to justice.
There's a ton of competition. The prize is 20,000 gold.
20,000 what now?
You can't be at the NiqaCon without knowing about the NiqaCon test, can you?
Love the pun. Please, pretend I haven't heard this before. Pretend I lived most of my formative years at the bottom of a bay, wreaking havoc on small villages.
Well, the NiqaCon test is the best talent show of the year. Teams compete, and based upon audience applause, the winning one gets 20,000 gold. I'm going to put, Quixotic Emmanuel and I spent weeks hand-making these beautifully hand-painted garments so that the models could step out on a catwalk extending out into the audience. It was going to be great. What do I do? And she holds up the 2 scraps.
He clasps both of her hands, puts the scraps together, and goes, "You persevere, my darling. You spent weeks creating these garments, and now you have but moments left to save your dream. Go into a flurry, repair your garments in the most beautiful way possible, and let us, the fire-breathing kittens, find the responsible party."
I kind of put my arms around my compatriots and I kind of gather them a little bit. I'm like, hey guys, 20,000 gold. That's a nice bit of money right there. What do you say we enter this contest?
I'm already in a costume, so
I would say let's talk about this in the hallway. And give you a desperate look as I'm trying to secure a guild contract right now.
And it's time to reveal the fail condition. You're all standing in the dressing room. A dressing room that has lots of everything. Bits of fluff, bits of dust in the air. It's a dirty place. You got scraps everywhere. This whole time, everything you touched and investigated had a mild sheen of tiny, finer than sand gold dust. It's everywhere in this entire convention center, actually. Footfalls on the convention center carpet bring up little bits of dust. As you peer at it on your fingertips, you all notice it now. It sinks into your skin and is gone. Please add that to your character sheet.
infected by glitter.
Damn, DM. It's like that? Okay.
Yep.
Willy has no idea what this is because I don't think he's ever experienced this before.
The door to the dressing room opens, and an angeling man with red skin, black hair, dark eyes, and wearing a suit strides authoritatively on in. Fire-breathing kittens! Already on the task. Good. Rictavio Briticorn, NiqaCon Managerial Executive. What have you found?
I motion to Cosmo to show the tablet.
Yeah, and Kosmos is just going to hold the tablet up.
It displays a hologram-like image projection of a man with cardinal red hair, a man with black hair, and a woman with maroon hair. And you see that the black hair kind of sparkles a little bit blue in the light. Like, they're all very pretty, you know. And they all are mocking you.
Willy then motions to the crying bunny person and the cut-up outfits on the floor.
Well, can't you just mend them?
It seems like they're cut in a very weird way. I don't think it'll be very easy, honestly.
How did someone cut this? What?
My guess would be scissors, knife maybe.
Quixotic Emmanuel says, I was only gone for a few minutes. How could they possibly have cut all of this up in that short amount of time?
Willy is not good at investigation, but while this conversation is going, would like to make an investigation check on the edges of the cuts, trying to determine a tool.
Each of you do some kind of skill.
Could I have weaver's tools in my equipment. Can I start trying to, like, help mend some of these? Definitely it's not going to be good. It's just, like, making the best of a bad situation.
I'm going to let you add your proficiency to whatever you roll because of your weaver's tools. Go ahead and pick your skill. And Clop. What do you think could be going on here? Pick a skill that might apply.
I'm going to call weaver's tools sleight of hand because that just makes sense to me. That would be a 22.
Okay, we got a 22 sleight of hand, a something investigation.
Respectable 10.
Okay, and then Clop. There's types of information you can gather. Nature's about the natural world, history's about the history of the world, magic's about the magical things that could be doing in the world. All of these different types of information. If you ask the right question, you'll get the right answer.
Okay, so Clop's gonna go. He's gonna like pick up the tattered clothing. He's gonna try and like see if he could piece them together, but it's not working. So I guess he'll do a nature check.
Okay. So with investigation, nature, and sleight of hand, you three would say that there's nothing in the natural world like an animal that could do this. It must be magic.
Well, then Willy's gonna bring out an old friend. Possibly his most used persona, Wilhelm the Wizard, to make one last Arcana check with his flashback ability adding a d6. Okay. Comes down to the d6 on this one. 22.
Wonderful. Shredding these costumes this finely by hand, Cosmos can tell you, would have taken hours. He's woven stuff before, he knows, even taking apart seams, even cutting. There's nothing like a paper shredder. How did they do this in a few seconds? It would have taken hours. Transmutation magic, Willy, is what you think was used here, but of a type you've never seen before. How did they make all these cuts so quickly? It looks as if they removed part of the middle between the two segments. That's dastardly. Joyful Babette won't be able to simply mend the seam back together to reconstruct the costume. It would take a very high level or possibly even a new spell you've never seen before to remove a strip between the two edges with every cut. This is crazy advanced or foreign magic you've never seen before.
So Wilhelm the Wizard, Willy elongates, his hair straightens, he looks older in the face, cackles. Oh, a new magic. A new magic would be easy to find. We've eliminated some. If they can't cast spells, they can't be the culprit. And then he returns to being Willy, seemingly unaware of what just happened. Sounds like we're looking for a magic user, boys.
As Cosmos is just playing arts and crafts on the floor.
All right. Sounds like someone needs to find them and, escort them out of the convention center before they cause any more trouble. You guys on the job?
Well, I'm not so good at the finding, but I am very good at the escorting.
Of course, my dear friend. If not for Joyful Babette, but for the safety of the entire convention center.
Leave it to the FBK. We got this.
Great. I know just the mook to help you. Stay here. I'll be right back. He leaves the room. Shortly he returns. Following him is a 5'6" tall, 140-pound human. She's wearing what you can tell is a lot of makeup. He leads her to you and says, Fire-breathing kittens, this is Roxanne Deng, a subject matter expert. She looks at you with the expression of someone who just licked a lemon. Well, I'll leave you to it. Find and escort whoever did this out of the convention center, and there'll be a reward in it for you. He clicks his tongue and points his fingers at you, party, back and forth a few times, winks, and leaves the room.
So this is you're a mook? Is that what he called you?
Fire-breathing kittens fans are morons.
Just a second, Willy's eyes and hair flare. He's like, clamp it down. And what guild do you stan?
Oh, obviously the prancing hippogriffs. They're the best. I mean, they're an idol group. What are you?
Effective heroes.
But can you dance?
Yes. And you know what? I'm going to burn an extra flashback just for this to prove a point. I already have a +8 to performance, but I invoke my first female holder of the King of All Creation, Wistful Willow, and attempt to do the most beautiful dance I can muster.
And could I take my cloak off and just be like a backup dancer?
Yes.
Excellent.
I'm just gonna do like a sideways shuffle with my four hooves.
As you do so, you add rhythm.
Would either of these be the help action for Willy?
Yeah, clip claps.
Nat 20 +8 +5. Come at me. Prancing hippo what? Never heard it before.
And a 24 for my backup dancing.
It both works and doesn't work because although she's impressed, it's with clip clop. Nice hooves. Okay. The fire-breathing kittens aren't all bad, but I don't know. You're still not as good as Elios von Hoofenstuff.
Is Ilios von Hoofenstuff also connected to your tragic backstory, Clip Clop?
Ilios, I've seen him. I've seen him once before.
Isn't he the best? He's so amazing. He has like 4 horse hooves and like the silver horse body and then an eagle head and eagle wings so he can fly. He's so cool. And handsome, but I don't know. It's hard to tell if an eagle's handsome, but he's definitely beautiful.
Well, if you're into that sort of thing, I guess.
He's majestic. He flies and he lands on the stage and then he dances and he's the lead singer. He's amazing.
Clip Clop, these people only care about centaurs. You're going to need to sing at some point.
Oh boy. My skills definitely don't lay too much in singing. It's more like animal wrangling and animal handling, but I'll do my best if the situation calls for it.
I clasp hands around both of your cheeks and pull you close. You're a fire-breathing kitten now. Your fire burns endlessly. You can do anything. And I look back real quick to see if, like, the new girl, like, quoted that, if that was a cool thing that's going to be popular on NiqaCon Twitter.
Nah, she reacts to you like, I'm not going to say a football team name to another football team name. Like, you're just not her cup of tea.
The king is like, how do we impress these people? So the leader of the convention said you could aid us in some way. What way might that be?
Yeah, why are you guys here? What's up with this trash? And she, like, points at the costume fragments with her foot.
Someone cut up someone's out. Can I make a persuasion check?
Yeah?
Someone cut up Joyful Babette's outfit. What if that was happening to Elios's outfit?
He doesn't wear clothes.
Gosh darn it. Boys,
that's
I'm
okay.
out of ideas, and Willy throws up his hands.
You didn't have a chance anyway, because I hear that the 4 kings of the prancing hippogriffs are going to make their reunion appearance tonight, so it didn't matter if you had models or whatever anyway. He's turning red.
I don't like her.
That was the point in creating this NPC.
We're cool.
I think we've just met the final boss.
Why did the security guard just bring a teenage girl to be mean to us? How does this help the investigation? Honestly, Clip Clop, I'm about ready to just divert and get you back with your ex.
I'm completely okay with it. I don't like this girl any more than you do, honestly.
The hell is a prancing hippogriff?
What is a hippogriff anyway? I don't even. It's something like some kind of water-based like graph or something. I don't even know.
Oh no, he's the only hippogriff in the group, and he's got a eagle head and eagle wings and horse hooves and a horse body, like how you have a horse body. And then he's got 3 other members, to make up the 4 kings, the idol band. There's Bam, and she's so beautiful. And then there's Yoon Hyung, and he's so strong. And then there's Mozart, and he's like the quiet type. He's really good at music, though.
Oh, so I look at my guild mates. So it's 2 men and 1 female. Just out of curiosity, what are the colorings?
Oh, Yoon Hyung has just the brightest red hair, and Mozart's hair is black, but if you look really closely, there's like some blue in it. And then Bam's hair is long and like purplish kind of. And oh my gosh, but it's natural.
Willy leaves the room.
Tablet is going to creep into frame.
Willy puts his hand down and motions it down and go, well, she's clearly made her point. Let's go, I don't know, suck or whatever fire-breathing kittens do. We should go find a private place where we can discuss how terrible we are. And I look at you with desperate... No, his hair flips up and you just see a burst of smoke out of his eyes like, come on.
All right, we're going. Jeez.
So I imagine we're all slammed into one stall in the men's room. Willy is standing crouched like a gargoyle on the back of the toilet seat.
I'm like on my back hooves kind of standing up because I don't really fit in.
Yeah, I think you probably got your hooves on my shoulders or something like that. Just full torso sticking out the top of the stall.
His hooves on your shoulder. He's 1,400 pounds.
I have a belt of hill giant strength, which gives me a strength of 21. That's my championship title. I'm jacked now.
Sheesh.
Which is good, because you put them all in one stall.
I mean, of course, it's the funniest composition. We need privacy, so naturally we need to go to a bathroom stall. And to be inconspicuous, all 3 of us need to go in the same one. We're bringing them down. It's pretty clear. The backup ones are messing with everyone else so they can have their comeback.
Can I just change the subject real quick?
Is it about your ex and whatever was going on with you and Trotsky?
No. Like I said, that's not my ex. I don't know who this Winnie person is. Trotsky, though, I guess, guys, I don't know how to tell you this, but the reason why I joined the Fire-Breathing Kittens to begin with, I kind of, seeing Trotsky's bringing up a lot of things for me. I used to be part of a clan, a centaur clan, and
The bathroom door opens.
Occupied.
oh, thank God.
Oh, sorry.
It is a public bathroom with multiple stalls, but I still yell occupied. You were saying, continue, Clip Clop. Speak your truth.
Well, I kind of Trotsky. He's kind of one of the few surviving members of my clan, myself included, and one other centaur, who probably would be even less happy to see me than Trotsky. That's why Trotsky left so quick. I kind of caused I guess you could call it a. I guess you could call it a massacre. And my entire clan died. I lost my brother. It's kind of a sore spot for me, guys. It's not easy to talk about.
Which part?
Pardon?
Which part? I've caused many massacres. Why? I don't understand why he's angry at you.
Well, I guess he actually loved the people or the centaurs that were in the clan, so he didn't want me to cause a massacre, I guess is what I'm saying.
Well, people often don't, but they hold you personally. I'm sure you had a good reason. Were you led astray, or did you do it maliciously?
No, I just I kind of there was a horde of a mindless minotaur that would roam around the area, and I thought I could, dispatch with them and well, get rid of them, kind of maybe herd some of them, take some of the milk and some of the meat as well, but unfortunately they ended up just kind of stampeding through our clan site and pretty much killing everyone, just absolutely killing everyone.
So you did the best you could and it didn't work out, and now he's mad at you.
Well, that's a nice way to put it. Yeah, I guess that would be the best way to say it.
So then again I ask Clop, and he gives a sly smile. Where is the bad part in this?
Well, I lost my brother and my entire family, so...
Yeah, that happens to everyone. We're adventurers. That's like prerequisite. I don't want to say what I did, but let's just say we have a lot in common. Put it away.
Like what?
Yeah, Cosmos is underneath a set of hooves, struggling to hold up an entire centaur, and
have you
trying
ever...
to figure out how he ended up in a situation where he's comparatively the normal one.
See, you're not weird. You just need weirder friends.
There you go. Yeah.
I look to Cosmos. To both of you, you found your people now. Put all that away. Let's go beat up a bad guy. Let's do the best we can do in the way we can do it. People
Willy,
always yell about fire breathing. Kittens, oh, we burn everything down. Oh, innocent people. We're doing good the way we know how.
Willy, you know what? You kind of reinvigorated me here, so let's do it. I'm with you. We can do this. Screw Trotsky. Screw all this centaur nonsense. I don't have a clan no more.
Oh, but you do, my friend. And I tap on my heart tattoo. FBK on 3. 1, 2, 3.
FBK.
BK.
Someone tries to come in the bathroom again.
Go ahead. Do the honors.
Well, it's still occupied in here, buddy. I assume it's the same person, even though I have no way of knowing.
It is a separate person. They also leave. Mostly because they see how many hooves and feet are coming out that one stall.
Are they the kind of stalls that have like head space, like the gaps up and down?
Oh gosh, no, just foot space. Don't tell me that
Okay.
exists. That's awful. I don't want to ever
there's
lock eyes with
definitely like
someone.
head
No.
space.
Yeah, have you... I almost said, have you never been in a men's room? But then...
No, I haven't. Why would you do that? Why would you build it that way?
Same
Well, I guess the
reason...
only reason I ask is because if I'm standing on my back hooves, I'm probably standing pretty tall, so you can see like the top
Oh
of
yeah,
my
actually,
human.
it looks like a horse's. Or no, your head, horse hoof, normal feet, normal feet.
Okay. Now that we're all reinvigorated, on that we all know that we're just doing the best we can, let's go find... I almost said murderer. I guess they just ripped up a dress, which, in the scope of things is really bad. But we're pretty sure it's these 3, right? Unless they're being framed.
I mean, I was going to ask what the laugh sounded like, but I think we can be rest assured that it probably is these 3. I mean, it was underneath the tattered clothes, right? The calling card. Like that seems pretty suspect to me.
But is it a bit too obvious? Why create an image of yourself that looks exactly like yourself if you're doing it to sabotage another person? It seems dumb. Suspiciously dumb.
Well, if there's one thing Cosmos knows with his 8 intelligence, it's dumb.
We have something in common then, because I am also 8 intelligence
Hey,
dumb.
there we go. The perfect mystery-solving team.
Oh my god. Freaking 8 intelligence, gang. I also have 8 intelligence.
Guys, I think it's safe to say that these guys are that dumb that they would leave the Calling Con then.
Obviously, it's the smartest answer. So then we naturally, we go break down their dressing room and kick the expletive out of them.
Someone else tries to use the bathroom.
While hearing about how Cosmos is going to put the red-haired one in a chokehold.
Yeah.
King of all creation, do we have to put a note on the door? Occupied! But I think with that, like, real briefly out of character, I think that's our next move, right? Is we at least have to go make contact with these people.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely, like, the biggest lead that we've got. So we definitely got to at least make contact.
So then, in character, as we're, like, leaving the bathroom and giving them mean looks, like they did something rude. I assume there's a line. So, if they can't do weird magic, do any of you know magic?
I can light things on fire with the power of my fighting spirit, and that's about...
So, on a scale of 1 to 10, just say, how's your arcanic ability?
On a scale of, if I had to attribute a modifier to that that ability, I'm rocking a -1.
And Clop, I'm sure you're a master of the arcane arts, correct?
Oh, I mean, I don't like to toot my own horn, but I mean, I'm not how you'd say traditionally educated in arcana or anything like that, But in a pinch, I could probably try. I don't think I'd be very good, but I'll do my best, of course.
Yes, and on like a scale of 1 to 10, how well would you rank yourself? Because I'm about a 2.
On a scale of 1 to 10, I've never tried to rank myself, but I'd probably go with maybe a -1.
Great. This is awesome, guys. We're the perfect person to find this esoteric magic user that vandalized a nice young girl's outfit. I'm super glad that I burned one of my flashbacks to do a dance to a mean teenager.
18.
I'm sorry, what was that last part of that word?
18-year-old, just for the record.
Still a teenager.
Oh.
I'm 30.
Willy is?
That would actually Willy is also 18, so he just had beef with this girl, and we'll probably end up dating her. If he's anything like any 18-year-old I've ever met.
Not unless you're Elios von Hoofenstuff or one of the Jung or Mozart.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I'm pretty big in the... Ugh.
So anyway, we're kicking down this pop group's door and causing them unnecessary amounts of grief.
Guys, we're a little hot right now. Let's locate them and then make a real snap decision if we should attack them or not.
Sounds like a perfect plan. You know who should head up looking for like the directions and where they're located? Definitely me. I got it.
I trust you. I believe in you.
If we were outside, like in nature, I'd say leave it to me. But I'll step back for this one and let you lead the reins.
Yeah, no, I've been to a couple conventions before. I've signed some pictures of myself. I can, yeah.
Well, lead the way then.
What role would that be?
Survival.
That's a survival check. Yeah, I'm super good at that. That's 14.
I was trying to get in before the roll was announced. I wanted to give a help action.
Oh, okay.
By at least, like, keeping an eye out for any sort of, like, convention splinter, like, maps. And just being like, hey, are we going the right way? Like, pointing out so you have at least advantage on the roll.
Yeah, and I'll just have you all do a basic history check to see how much you know.
Oh, history. I'm so good at that, too.
I actively took skills that I had a negative in just to make that buffer, and I've never felt more validated in that decision than right now.
I actually have proficiency in history, and I don't know how this happened.
I got a 7.
14.
A respectable 10.
Willy is the only one who knows. There's a famous wrestler turned PR rep who takes on a lot of celebrity clients and might know celebrities. Their name's Hulk Harlan. They have blonde hair, bulging muscles, a larger-than-life smile, and they're often seen signing merch for a fan. With years in the business, he has good advice for how to deal with the public. He is most likely in the shopping hall of the convention center signing merch. You could talk to him and ask if he has, interacted with or consulted for the prancing hippogriffs. Maybe he knows where they are. Don't know. It's an accessible celebrity you can get to.
Cool. So as Willy's like looking around for maps and stuff to give the advantage, he'll probably see like a Hulk Harlan poster and then go like, "Ooh, Cosmos, that's what you do. Do you know him?"
You point right, Cosmos looks left.
Oh, no, other one, my brother.
Yeah, just steer me by the head, please. Oh, that guy. Is it possible that I've wrestled Hulk Harlan then?
Actually, yes, you have. You know Hulk Harlan.
The knuckles crack.
And you know that Hulk Harlan you're the only person who knows this because you were in a practice arena with them far away from the public eye. Mm-hmm. And you saw them they don't wear a mask, but there's like a mask on versus a mask off persona for him. And although it's not like he took his mask off, he had like a mask off moment with you where he was like bonding with you. And he's actually a very shy, quiet person who's almost afraid of others. And by being in the ring and by being the Hulk Harlan persona, he's able to interact comfortably with others and get some confidence. So you know that he's actually a very sweet person, very shy, very quiet, unless he's Hulk Harlan. And then he'll sign your stuff and I got a giant marker, I'll sign everything. He's like a cool guy, but he's actually very mild outside of the ring.
I'll uncrack my knuckles then, I guess.
Oh, did they pop back in?
I don't know. I regretted that as soon as I said it. No, he's a good brother. He's definitely the type of person that we could get some information from.
Well, fantastic. Does he have a booth set up somewhere? Maybe we could get an autograph of our own signed.
What was that survival roll, Cosmos?
Oh, that survival roll for me?
Yeah. See if you get there.
And was it with advantage?
On the first roll?
Okay. Right. Yes. I remember. We kind of went a circle, but yeah. Okay. The shopping hall. The shopping hall is a glorious monument to capitalism. Shiny trinkets from your favorite everything, show, movie, radio, play, podcast, are here to buy. You stand in front of a shop that says, Professor Jubelheim's Weapons and Garment Alterations. Add protection for someone you love. A standing sign points to a meet and greet with Hulk Harlan, which conveniently is going on for the next 2 hours. Up until the NiqaCon test.
Willy wants to look around for an FBK booth.
There is not one. You cannot be trusted to interact with the fans.
What? You're saying I can't buy Jade merch?
Oh.
If only there was a place you could buy merch of your favorite characters from FBK. Oh, king of all creation, if only it existed.
When are we getting Cosmos replica masks? That's my question.
Or Willy corpses.
Just a corpse. Just an actual corpse.
A clip-clop horseshoe to hang above your door.
Hey. Oh, that's lovely.
Or to play horseshoes with.
Bottle of Tanninger hangover, so you know what he feels like all the time. Okay. That aside, this is all you, Cosmos. I pat you on the back.
Yeah,
You're our lead here.
I'm gonna march on for. He's in character, so I'm gonna be in character too. I'm gonna march right up to his booth.
Thaumaturgy. to do some echoing footsteps to make sure his entrance is known.
Nice.
Boom, boom.
With thunderous footfalls, you follow the signs for the Hulk Harlan meet and greet and find a blonde-haired, bulgingly muscled, larger-than-life smiling man using an oversized marker to sign merch for a throng of fans that surround him in all directions. The crowd parts. As you have thaumaturgied your footfalls, the crowd parts for you to walk up to and directly speak to Hulk Harlan. What do you say?
Hulk Harland, you know what's got to happen here. This is between you and me. This has been building up for a long time now. This has been something that the fans have been clamoring for. We're going to need a steel cage.
And because he knows there's $20,000 at the end, or gold at the end of tonight, he loves this idea. He puts his arms out and he goes, "Yeah, man, you know." And he pokes you in the chest. And the fan goes, "Whoa," like all the fan base. And he goes, "You can't handle me tonight." I don't know.
Willy wants to go in like the referee who gets beaten up in one of these and is like, hey, come on, we need this clean. We need this clean, trying to push him apart.
Yeah, I'm like starting to like grab at the hair.
Hulk Harlan versus Cosmos in a cage match tonight.
And then like
I whisper to Cosmo, push me away.
yeah, I'm gonna push Willy aside. I'm gonna get like face to face with Hulk Harland, where like foreheads are touching and we're staring like intensely into each other's eyes. And I'm just going to whisper under my breath, "I need a bit of information. Can you help a brother out?"
Yeah, man, I'll pretend to use a bathroom break in 5. Love the cage idea.
Oh, thanks, man. Been sitting on that for a while.
Clop's kind of like oblivious to everything that's going on, and I'm just kind of like clapping a little bit, and I'm like, "Oh, I hope I see a suplex."
Willy has fully soccered fall on the ground like Cosmos is the strongest person ever. He's pretending his shoulder's broken, just mouth like, oh.
And the crowd gets larger around you two, and everyone learns about the cage match tonight in the NiqaCon test.
Clop joins in like, cage match.
Let's go, Cosmos. Cosmos sucks.
One night only. NiqaCon cage match.
One night only.
And then he stomps off, which, you know, is his bathroom break. And
yeah, I'm gonna try and take like, if I could like stomp off in the other direction, but then like take a really circuitous route and get around to where I know he's gonna take a bathroom break.
yeah. And then you both like actually hold the door closed this time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Willy will pretend like he's like, "You're out of here, Cosmos. You're out," and we're gonna like large fight all the way to the bathroom, and then me and Clop are just gonna put our backs against the door so they have privacy.
No one walking in anymore.
Yeah, I mean, hey, Clop, you doing okay?
All right, Hulk, you know about these prancing hippogriffs?
Yeah, man, it sucks about Elios.
What happened to Elios?
He's gone. No one knows where he went.
Well, where did he disappear from? What on earth?
Said he went on a solo tour and he just left the Prancing Hippogriffs. You know,
Okay.
It's big news. Tonight's supposed to be the first Prancing Hippogriffs show since he left. It's just the 3 of them. Not really 4 kings anymore without Elios von Hoof and stuff.
Okay, so we've got a group, we're missing the leader, and all signs, and slowly the tablet creeps back into frame, are pointing to these 3 people causing some shenanigans. Do you know anything about them or why they'd want to sabotage a costume contest?
He looks at the pointing and laughing faces and is like, fans do that to me all the time too. I've removed my image from back these bathroom stalls here. Man, you wouldn't believe it. You know, they're supposed to make a big announcement tonight. They're probably here somewhere. You know, maybe we'll see him after our cage match. Hey, what do you think about... And then he like runs through a quick set list with you for which moves to do.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Take it through the like 7 steps of a wrestling match. Just
Yeah.
like, and then we disagree on the finish.
Yeah. And then, like, arguing but chuckling, he, like, does, like, a, pats you on the shoulder. Is like, good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while, man. Well, I'll see you tonight. Hey, 10,000 each, yeah? Awesome.
10,000 each. Sounds good to me.
Heck yeah. Gotta see you more often.
Yeah, I know,
he,
right?
Like, leaves the bathroom.
We can get a story going, a rivalry. We can make this recurring.
Oh, yeah, the epic saga of Hulk Hogan versus Cosmos. I love it.
We could take it through all the territories.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, and then he's out of the bathroom.
Yeah.
Ta-da.
I
Bye,
rejoin the
Hulk. I
group.
love your work.
He signed something if you want him to.
Yeah, Willy doesn't have anything on him, but he is covered in tattoos, so he's like, I think I have a spot here. And then he'll
Absolutely.
later get it filled in with an actual tattoo.
Nice.
Aww. His signature kind of has, you can see the H, right? There's 2 H's, and then it scribbles.
You're really cool, man. I like what you do. The brave face you put on, it's really, really cool. Get out there, champ.
All right.
That's gonna look great.
Thanks. Again, it like every inch from like basically his like where his like head meets his neck to the tips of his toes is covered in Hieronymus Bosch level horrifying tattoos. But he has been tattooing over them with like the fire breathing kitten stuff, and it's like, no, I think my body is actually my own now, even though I share it with a countless number of spirits.
Is it like it's all
But,
tattooed in black, and so now you're going back over it in like white and color? Just like double layering the tattoos?
I mean, like, bruh, I already died, so this flesh is like, whatever.
Yeah.
But after Hulk leaves, I kind of look to Cosmo expectantly, like, what's up, Cosmos?
Yeah. So, Elios is gone, and that only leaves the 3 backup. Yeah, apparently he just up and left. So that just leaves the 3 backup dancers, our 3 problem children that we need to go. And I still say that we just like kick down the door and give them grief.
But I am fairly wise. Que bono? Who benefits from them having their reunion, like, ruined? The
Is
4
that
kings.
elfish?
I don't know, I think so. It's definitely not an ancient tongue that I know. But I don't see any benefit for them from having their leader, from that young horrible woman. I'm sorry, that horrible woman, she's the same age as me. He seemed to be the centerpiece. Do you think maybe they're trying to upstage him? But I don't know if you remember the band Children of Destiny? But once the main one of them left, and there was a tragedy that befell, it sort of all dissolved, to my knowledge.
Yeah.
Well, they were supposed to do a performance, weren't they?
Yes, but how
How
do
are
you
they
have
going to do that without the front man?
Exactly. I think, here's my idea, we talk to that horrible woman again. And I'm sure she
God.
knows all of the interpersonal relationships of that group.
Well, she was the one who told us that they'd be performing. Like, if she didn't know that he's gone on some magical quest of his own, I'm not sure what he's doing. Like,
Perhaps it's like that famous bardic group, the Hauling Oats, where like one of them got markedly more famous than the other one, and they were like, hey, I did a lot of work as well. Why am I getting the poopy end of the stick here? Like, perhaps there's an unsatisfied group members.
I did
Do you think-
prefer Holland myself.
Oh, you would. What do you think? Go right to them? Or, I think you might be the deciding vote here, Clop. Go to them directly, or gather more information?
I'm gonna say, you know what, let's, do we know, so we don't know where the rest of the members are, though, right now, do we? Like, you didn't learn that from Mr. Hulk over there.
Oh, I forgot to ask. 8 intelligence.
Well, I guess that settles it, then. I guess we should probably figure out, maybe some more information, then. Let's go find this little girl, one more time.
Half-court shotting name of the episode, 8 is enough. I follow
Maybe
you.
that little girl will know where we can find the rest of the group.
Yeah, and clearly I'm the navigator, so I'm gonna take the lead.
Same as last time, I will be looking for maps to give the help action.
Yeah, just like I said, just grab me by the head and steer.
Can I also give a help action?
No, but you can make your own independent check separately, I think.
And don't say your number, because that is where we are going to pick up next time. Joining us for the first half were Clop,
Hey, how's it going? I'm Clop.
Cosmos,
Will I put the belt on the line in the cage match?
oh, and Willy.
Hey, listeners, FPK on 3. 1, 2, 3!
FPK. FPK.
Oh no, that was for you to say. Bye! Oh, wait, hold on. There's a note I found in my pocket here. I'm unfolding it. It's folded very heavily. Sorry. If you like us, feel free to rate and review us on your favorite podcasting listening service. If you make a review, we would be happy to read it for you. We love you as much as you love us.
Bye-bye.
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 We hope that you're enjoying this episode of the Fire Breathing Kittens podcast. Please leave us a review on iTunes.com. If you leave us a review, we'll read it on air. It's fun listening to the words of your review get read by the characters you know and love, so go to iTunes.com and leave us a review today. Can you think of someone who might enjoy this podcast? Please share it with them. Is their birthday coming up? A special anniversary? Would you like us to wish them a happy day on your behalf? You can arrange for us to read your shout-out on air at firebreathingkittenspodcast.com through our partnership with the website Buy Me a Coffee. Do you enjoy reading books? You can find paperbacks and ebooks based on our adventures on Amazon.com in the bookstore, Fire Breathing Kittens, that part's all one word, podcast. The authors do a great job of adapting the stories into fun novels. We also have official merchandise on redbubble.com. Imagine owning a notepad with the Fire Breathing Kitten logo on the front, or a t-shirt with one of your favorite characters. And lastly, I'd like to take a moment to sincerely thank all of you. We don't pay to advertise this show, so the only way we can grow is through the support of listeners like you. Thank you. Welcome back to Fire Breathing Kittens, a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons podcast. We are joined again by Willy,
Hello, everyone.
Cosmos,
You won't know if the belt's on the line till the match starts.
and Clop.
Well, howdy.
Everybody roll a d20.
Oh, jeez.
Excellent.
4.
16.
10.
Who is the closest to the number that I wrote down before you rolled?
That would be me. Clop.
Please tell us what happened last time.
Oh, jeez. What happened last time? So we are at the NiqaCon, what was it? The NiqaCon. We stumbled upon Babette, who was crying profusely, very sad. All her clothing, all her costumes were torn up, completely destroyed. Very sad, and we were trying to figure out who could have possibly done this. We ended up finding out about the prancing ponies, about Elios von Hoof. Sorry, what was his name? Elios von
Hoof and stuff.
Von Hoof stuff or something like that. I forget his name. Sorry. I'm just looking at my notes. I'm sorry.
You're fine. I find these, recounting things interesting, because it's interesting what parts you guys remember and don't.
And we ended up trying to figure out who was tearing up all the lovely costumes. We ended up meeting this teenage girl who was just like a not a joy to talk with. She didn't really like the fire-breathing kittens, which kind of rubbed us all the wrong way. We didn't really want to deal with her anymore, so we kind of left. Which we start with. Then we all met up in a bathroom stall to kind of figure out what our next course of action was going to be. And then from there, we met with, what was his name? It was Hulk Hogan? Not Hulk Hogan, but it was Hulk...
Hulk Harland.
Hulk Harland,
Yeah.
that's right.
You hear that, lawyers? His name is not Hulk Hogan.
It's not at all.
It's
not
not.
Hulk Hogan. He didn't say anything about brothers or anything like that. Didn't rip any shirts.
He did take the George Foreman grow contract.
Can we say George Foreman?
Famous
Is that
blunder
fine?
by Hulk.
Cosmos ended up speaking because he knows Hulk from his wrestling days. Was talking to him about how possibly we could find Elios von Hoof. Man, what was his name again?
Hoof and stuff, I believe.
Elios Hoofenstuff? Was that it? Yeah, Hoofenstuff. That's right.
That's
I wrote it
what
down
I
wrong.
have written down.
No, that is correct.
You
That is
are the
correct.
one who created him, Willy's player.
I did.
What?
I created Elios.
I created...
Yes.
What? When? Okay.
If you listen to the episode
Wait.
Brownies and Beef, you created Elios Fun.
It's coming back to me now. I totally did. That's right. Oh, it's all coming back to me, listeners. This is the height of hubris. How dare I create Elios von Hoof and stuff and not expect this? Oh, my walls have been brought low.
Oh my goodness. Well, we ended up finding a calling card of Elios von Hoofenstuff and his I guess his boy band. I don't know what else to call it. His pop sensation band.
Idol group.
Idol group, yeah, pop idol group of
Now
destroyed,
I care about them.
of destroyed clothes, and we're hoping to find out where they are. And we just learned from not Hulk Hogan, that Elios is off on a solo tour, and he is no longer with the pop idol sensation anymore that were scheduled to perform. Did I miss anything? I feel like I missed a lot.
Yeah, I feel like I missed something too.
Just for the listeners, when I DM, I tend not to create new characters because it's more fun to reuse characters, and now you see why. Because either they're like, oh man, when they see Trotsky, or they're like, later, when they see Elios von Hoof and stuff.
Yeah, I didn't want to mention
And for the
Trotsky.
listen, when I create characters, I immediately forget them until this exact thing happens.
I'm super excited for when I get to take the DM seat and immediately do the same thing. Just create some characters and then instantly forget.
Just reuse them. There you go.
Yeah. Good.
So anything you guys want to add to that? What's your plan now?
We
I
were
believe
looking
we're-
for the girl again, right? Or are we looking for the group?
I believe we were looking for... Did we decide to look for the teenage girl again? I can't remember if we decided that. We forgot her name, by the way. What was that mean teenage girl's name again? Does anyone remember? I forget.
Roxanne Dang. I think.
Dang her. Roxanne Dang. How could we forget? Like, how could I forget her?
Well, we remember the impression that she left on all of us. We just failed to remember the name.
Yeah, someone so horrible that you actively forget everything that you know about them.
Just eject it from your mind, yeah.
Well, that being said... I'm sorry. That being said, please lead us, dear Cosmos.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We ended on me making... I was about to make a survival roll. Mm-hmm. And... Oh, it's excellent. It's an 8.
All right. Okay. Yeah, you know the food court smells really good. So you're going to wander through the hallways, passing various merch shops and etc. This is a convention center, so the hallways have lots of stuff coming off them. There's like a nursing lounge. There's like, random stuff. And there's a hot dog stand too.
And that smell is definitely just trapped inside the mask.
You just happen to be standing in line behind 4 people to buy a hot dog. There's a little bit of a commotion up there as the hot dog stand staff halfling kicks Roxanne out of line and is like, "I'm not helping you again, stalker." And makes her leave the line, and she huffs off, and she's standing by the condiment tray. There's a tabby kitten there, and she pets it.
All right, who wants to take the lead on this one?
Sorry, the kitten threw me off. Okay. One person needs to get hot dogs. One person, I guess the same hot dog person can ask the vendor why they kicked Roxanne out, and then perhaps the most personable, sorry, I had something in my throat, the most personable one of us could speak to Roxanne herself.
Who would that be? I think I'm pretty okay with the talking and the speech and whatnot.
This is where we find out we all have the same charisma score too.
Okay. All right. Let's go, boys. I have a +8 to persuasion.
Oh, goodness gracious.
That's probably better than either of us. I have a +1 to persuasion.
I got a whopping +2.
Cool. You guys stay in line. I'll go talk to Roxanne.
I'm definitely going to have to navigate getting a hot dog inside this mask. That's going to be my quest.
You're going to ruin that mask. Okay.
I have spares.
So then I'll peel off and, not knowing what to do with condiments because Willy doesn't eat, just, takes a napkin and starts squirting ketchup into the napkin and goes, "Oh, Roxanne, how are you doing?"
You disrupt the kitten. It hops away and you ever seen a kitten scramble on a smooth surface? Does little kitten paws? And it zooms away, and she looks at you irritated because she was petting the kitten and you interrupt her. She goes, "Oh, it's you guys again. Are you still in the case?"
"Oh, no, we've kind of figured that out. Though, I'm a kitten, but what you said about the hippogriffs really, resonated with me. So, I was wondering if you could tell me a little bit more about the group. What are the group dynamics like? I'm trying to figure out my fave. Or Stan. I'm a young man."
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, so there's Mozart. He's pretty cool. He's the quiet type, and whenever he's alone, he's listening to music, and he's a Sagittarius. And then there's Yoon-hyung, and he's athletic, and he works out. He's kind of and he's a Taurus. And then there's Bam, and she's so smart. She's so pretty and so smart, and they say that she was a valedictorian. She's a Libra.
Oh, that's so cool. Bam, she's really smart. Does Bam do the choreography or do any of the arrangements? You said she's really smart. She sounds cool. I might be a Bamo.
Yeah, she writes the songs.
Oh, but then Ilios, he sings them, right?
Yeah, he was the lead singer. He's the best.
Does Bam ever feel funny about that?
Singing?
Well, the fact that he's singing her songs, and maybe people assume that maybe Ilios was the one writing and performing, or do they ever have beef? Does anybody in the band have beef?
Well, my sources say that Yoon-hyung, maybe he had a crush on Bam, and that it's Mozart is Bam's brother. So I don't know, but I do know that no one really knows what the solo album is going to be like. But I think it's going to be awesome because Ilios Van Hoofenstuff was definitely the best member, but I don't know. They say that there's going to be an announcement tonight that the four kings are going to, the three of them are going to have their first performance on stage since Elios left. And they're going to make an announcement.
Yeah, that sounds wild. Well, I hope to see you at the performance.
Oh my gosh, it'd be so cool if I could get backstage. I keep whatever, you don't care.
Oh no, I care so much. And this is where I'll actually do my persuasion check. Like, all of that was preamble to this.
Oh, okay. So, go ahead and roll your persuasion check. We'll see what she says to you here. I've got two things she could say. You'll get both if you go high. Only one if you go low.
16.
It passes. You're lucky. First, the low-level information. I heard that the announcement tonight is going to be that they're going to have a fourth member join the band. And no one knows who it is, and there's so many rumors. Oh my gosh, because it's the four kings. They got to have four. Oh, and also, do you know the person selling hot dogs over there? Okay, so his name tag says Matt Stone or whatever it is he's going by right now. Definitely not his real name. I heard someone slip up and call him Zygor one time. That dude, he knows way more than he's letting on. I was going to ask him. I bet he knows where everyone in this entire convention center is, even you three. He probably knows where the dressing room is for the prancing hippogriffs. And then I could wait outside and just happen to have merch to sign. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. I think we can definitely do this, girl. Let me go back to my friends, and I'm gonna be real sly, and then we're gonna find out where that, room, and Willy is actively trailing off as he's, going back to his friends, because now he has hot info.
And we've made it to the front of the hot dog vendor, and we're asking for, some hot mustard pretzels, and some sauerkraut hot dogs.
No, I just need 2 hot dogs, not 3 hot dogs. 3 hot dogs, and I'd definitely lose it in the middle of the match.
I mean, he makes up your orders perfectly. It's 1 gold each. Per hot dog.
Right.
1 gold per hot dog. Makes sense.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I forgot to ask, are these hot dogs locally sourced Minotaur meat hot dogs? What kind of hot dogs are these? I forgot to ask.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Oh, I'll take 2 then.
Do an insight check.
That is a 11.
Yeah, it's definitely Minotaur meat.
Oh, baby, all right. I don't feel good about that.
Willy walks up right as you are placing and receiving your order.
I'm just cradling 2 hot dogs like a baby. What?
Okay, so, sir, I need food to fuel my body because I'm hungry, yes. Give me a moment to peruse your menu. Boys, what did you have to eat? And then I get in real close and go, guys, this guy's some sort of crazy clairvoyant. Guys, this is some sort of crazy clairvoyant. He can determine where anyone is in the convention center. He's real clued in. He can even get us backstage at the prancing hip. No. He can find Elios van Hoevenstein. Maybe if we find him, that could lead us into something. We need to have a clever way to ask him without making him mad, because we saw how he responds to fangirls.
And then Clop will be like, "Oh, hey, Matt Stone." And he looks at his name tag. Matt Stone, who, do you know, the prancing hippogriffs by any chance?
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh, God.
Oh, and by the way, guess who inserts herself here? I know you know where the prancing hippogriffs are, Matt.
Oh,
Matt. No. His eyes narrow and he looks annoyed. You guys should roll that with disadvantage.
Could I attempt an advantage to even it out?
Yeah.
So I start turning around and very loudly going you know what, Roxanne? You need to respect artists more. They have privacy. And I give her, I turn my back to Matt Stone and give her a wink and kind of start pushing her away to make it look like we respect people's privacy, which as adventurers, we do not.
All right. Cool. So your numbers are?
Oh, are we all rolling?
Yeah. Someone
okay.
should. I don't know.
Oh.
I believe it was Clop, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh boy, you don't want my roll.
It's what we get.
I got a 3.
Okay. All right. This person does not like you. And he says, he blanches and holds a finger up to his mouth. Shh. Gosh, knock it off. He straightens and points to his name tag, which says Matt. Dudes, come on. Like, this is hard enough. Just let me sell hot dogs. And I want everyone to roll a history check.
17.
15 for Cosmos.
4.
Willy, you don't know. The other two. When Wing and Nugget returned with Skirmish from the adventure Two Wolves, One Destiny, and I think you guys met him. He was in the guild to hire them for that. Zygor is a spy for the Brotherhood of Woe. And you know this because he hired the fire-breathing kittens for an adventure. So, you all saw him in the guild hall. He saw all of you in the guild hall. You see him now in his red and yellow striped shirt selling hot dogs. And he just, he doesn't like that you made him. He's a made man. He's or wait, no, that's not what that means. He's been made. And he is going to respond to that in a few seconds. Except Willy. Sorry, you were looking at a spider. Just all night.
Hey, man. Willy loves looking at that spider. It's his best friend, and he is quietly working on a way to enlarge it enough to where he can use it as a mount.
So I kind of Clop kind of squint eyes at Matt Stone, not noticing before because he was too interested in the hot dogs, and he's like, "Oh, wait a minute, I know you. You're not Matt Stone at all. And I'm yelling really loud so everyone's kind of hearing. I'm like, "Yo, Zygor, you're a spy, man. You're not a hot dog vendor at all."
Oh goodness, there's someone else with him in the booth, and he's like, Maria, hey, come here. And he's like, I gotta take this. I'm sorry, I'll be right back. And he dashes out from behind the hot dog stand and drags the centaur. Well, he's a halfling, so he tries. And he's gonna push you with his, I guess his hands reach your little the chest part of the centaur, and he's like, come on, man, gosh. Look, follow me if you want to talk. And he's going to go down a hallway with you. But you guys have disadvantage for your interactions with him because you pressured him into this and got a low roll. So you're all in a hallway with a very upset spy named Zygor Trilbit, who does know way more than he should for a hot dog attendant. But he don't like you. What do you do to convince him?
I think this is a good time for Willy to do some of that good old undead persuasion or intimidation.
That's smooth talking.
Well, I'm not familiar with this person, though, right?
Yeah, you're the only one who doesn't know him.
So I guess I would just approach him as that and go all right, dude, there's some bad stuff going down around here, and we're going to need your help. I understand, you're trying to be undercover or whatever, but we're going to need the info you have.
Why would I tell you anything? Why did you just blow my cover?
But look, your cover's been blown. There's no going back now. We have to move forward. I'm Willy. What's your name?
Matt.
Oh, okay, so you're still going to treat us as an enemy right now.
Look, Matt, you deal in information. Would that be a correct assumption to make?
Yeah, and I have my own mission here until you guys blew my cover.
What if we could offer you a massive distraction?
I'm listening.
Just a huge, draw a whole crowd of people screaming, yelling, making noise, getting fired up.
Yeah, that would help me sneak in there.
I'm a little concerned at that response, but okay. I've set up a cage match between myself and Hulk Harland. How does that sound? How does that sound as an opportunity for you to get what you want and perhaps us to ingratiate ourselves to you?
Make a persuasion check.
Ooh, a persuasion check. And I have disadvantage, right?
Yeah, because you guys blew his cover.
Sorry.
I rolled the same thing twice, so that is an 18.
Yeah, well, I mean, hey, if everybody's distracted, that would make things a lot easier for me. All right. You need this to make it happen? What do you need to know?
We're going to need some information on the prancing hippogriffs, because we have reason to believe that they might be sabotaging some of the other members of the convention.
Yeah, what do you want to know?
All right, boys, I got them. Ask away.
Where are all of them right now?
All right, you didn't hear it from me, but locker room 4A, rented under the name The Deep Ooze. Now get out of here.
Oh, include all 4 of them?
No, just the actual prancing hippogriffs. No one's seen Elios von Hoofen stuff since he went solo.
And just to refresh my memory, how long ago was that?
Amount of time. Da, 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 da.
A Jeopardy-themed amount of time.
Well, an amount of time equal to when the fire-breathing kittens started this whole Eckelblim disappearance. Does it line up with the guild logs?
Yes. About that amount of time.
Roughly 1 to 9 months ago.
Yes, actually, that's a very good window. Between now and a year ago. Oh, wait, actually, in the other game, I set it at, it has to have been less than 1 year ago, because there was the 49594, and this is currently 49595, so it was, yeah, it was less than 1 year ago.
This is so hard to do without metagaming. Interesting. Well, and the distraction will be enough. I understand we've inconvenienced you. Is there anything else we can do?
I got a couple hot dogs if you'd like those.
Yes, do you like hot dogs?
If I never see another hot dog, it will be too soon.
Okay, you don't like hot dogs, I get it. My bad. I won't no more hot dog talk.
I mean, do you want a sponsorship on the ring apron? That could be arranged too.
No, stop saying my name. Okay, I'm going back to work. Hopefully I can salvage this. Just get out of here. Fire breathing kittens. Out of here.
Okay, great. We got
That's
the ring apron to
our
ourselves.
Slogan.
As I guess as we leave, or as Matt leaves, I kind of turn around and I'm like, "Oh, bye, Matt."
Bye, centaur guy.
All right, so locker room 4A, looking for the deep ooze.
Are you going there? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just checking with the group.
Yeah, Deep Ooze, also very suspicious name.
Very suspicious, deeply so.
I have to ask, what is? I keep hearing about this Eckenblim. Is that like something with your nose, like something with your throat or something? Because I think I'm getting that.
To my knowledge, I've never seen or encountered one myself, but they are an invasive species from another world that are kidnapping the young and the beautiful.
Oh, so we have nothing to worry about then.
Yeah, we're a bunch of old pieces of crap. We're fine. No, but children, artists, magnificent people, they seem to be stealing away to somewhere else. I know not how or why, but from what the guild logs say, it has something to do with dust, and they appear as beautiful, insectoid, moth-like beings. I hazard to say I would love to see one.
I hate to say this, but I think we got infected by some dust early on, guys. I don't know. This doesn't sound too good to me.
I know not what of you speak.
No, I think that's just some glitter from my mask kind of fell off while I was fixing some of the...
Yeah, it's probably just mask glitter, dude. Ooh, I have such a question that I'm not allowed to ask, because Willy's already dead. So... Anyway, tally-ho, to the locker room.
Onward and upward.
You wend your way through the maze that is the convention center. Let's see how long this takes. What is your strategy for finding locker room 4A, and what is your survival check number?
I got a +6 to survival. What do you guys got?
Not that.
Got a +2, but that doesn't help when you roll as low as I do on those checks.
Oh my god.
It's more about your strategy. What's your strategy for finding the locker room?
Okay, I've snuck into concerts before. I know how to do this. First of all, so we don't let security know, we wait till someone pretty walks by. They will divert attention. We are standing on the sides looking at our speaking stones, and then immediately do a quick slip in. Walking with purpose, and anyone we walk by, we immediately go, hey, have you seen Eric? And then they will most likely ignore us because they don't know who Eric is, and also Eric doesn't exist. But walking with purpose will get you most places. So, also, for a short time, Willy worked a delivery service. Didn't work out. So once you figure out the number letter grid of the organization of the back area, it should be a simple math to figure out which one is line 4, row B.
Oh, and simple math is Cosmos' forte.
Yeah. So, you know what? Can I give my last flashback to Cosmos as, will it come when? The delivery boy aspect of the King of All Creation. The hags, they tried something different, didn't work out, but he is very good at survival.
Yeah, let's see it.
Feel free to add a D6.
Oh.
And Willy shrinks down and looks a little bit like a newsie, like a little newsy boy.
So the D6 brings the flat roll up to a 9. I rolled a 3 on the D20 and a 6 on the D6. And with my wisdom modifier, add 2 to that. So that's a whopping 11.
You find some pretty people, you follow them around. There's a little bit of a kerfluffle where they're like, why are you following us? But yeah, it works out. We're not going to say what happened. And you're outside the door of locker room 4A.
Ears to the wall, boys. And Willy presses his ear to make a perception check on if there's any sort of noise on the other side of the door, and motions for his compatriots to follow.
Yeah, I was just hoping I would have something to assist in that matter, and I don't. I will press my masked ear up against the door and attempt to listen in on whatever's going on inside.
Clop also sidles up and presses his ear to the door as well.
Perception checks.
19.
15.
18.
Those are all pretty high. You're not sure if you're listening to Dynamite or Permission to Dance. Who knows? Maybe it's Boy with Love. Spelled L-U-V, you know?
Oh, names of songs. Okay.
I was gonna say, is that actual Dynamite?
My internet connection's not the best. I thought I missed words.
Those are names of songs. And you hear feet tapping on the floor as people practice dancing to the song. I can't play it, or we'll get copyright struck.
But they're just dancing. Okay. So then I guess I'll whisper to my compatriots. Okay. What are we doing, boys? Kicking in the door, going loud, or do we pretend to be fanboys?
Well, I think the best way to do this is going guns blazing, I think.
Absolutely. I think we kick this door down and we really show them who's in charge in this social situation.
Cool. All right, Clop, you kick the door. I'll go in intimidating. I'll pull my sword out real slow and start cleaning under my fingernails with it. And then you real sly Cosmo just pull the tablet out and show him. And then we don't say a word.
Sounds like a plan.
All right.
All right, so Clip Clop kind of turns around, and with his back hooves, like does like a horse kick, and like smashes down the door.
Sound effect. Plow. The door explodes into wooden fragments that fly through the air. Inside, Yunhyun gets out a yelp and Bam stares at you, and Mozart turns his head rapidly to you, and everybody roll initiative.
Oh
boy.
Nat 20 plus 1. 21.
I actually have a 19 plus 3. So that is technically a 22 for Cosmos, although I don't know if you want to rule the natural 20 more favorably.
So
That's only for attack rolls, baby. We do this rules as written here.
I got a 16 for Clip Clop.
Okay. As the shards of wood fall down to the floor, they go first. Yunhyun, the red-haired one, runs towards you, and the best defense makes a melee attack against Clip Clop, who is the most in the doorway because you kicked in the door. He is going to try to punch you in the horse part, because that's what's facing the door. And
Just right in the rump.
yeah,
Right in the rump.
wow, gets a critical hit. That's great. Okay, so that definitely hits. First, you take 21 damage,
Oh, goodness.
and it's a critical, so that's actually 30. And then you
Oh my
take 10
goodness.
damage as he punches you twice.
Oh, jeez.
So 41 total damage of the bludgeoning type as he does the best defense.
Wow. All right. That, I don't feel too good, guys. Maybe we should have... maybe we should have went the talking route.
We made a terrible mistake.
Then it's Mozart's turn.
Oh no!
This is a person who is very thin and tall and attractive. You've seen his smiling face on posters. You now see his unhappy face as he opens his mouth and sings at you, making it's called Take Everything from the Inside, a spell attack that extends in a 120-foot cone that is 50 feet wide at the end and 25 feet wide at a distance of 60 feet. It deals thunder damage, and it has a 26 to hit.
Who's it hitting? Is that all of us?
Yeah, are you guys right near the door?
I think so.
Oh, that's too bad. Because, well, Yunhyun takes it too, if that makes you feel better. And
No,
you all take
it doesn't.
28 thunder damage.
All right, so I'm I'm pretty much dead here. I'm like, I fall over. I'm just like, not feeling great.
Bam sees the centaur collapse and looks around and is strategically analyzing the situation as if she had prepared a reaction. Cosmos, I think you rolled the highest?
I got a 22 total, yeah.
Yeah, so go ahead. What do you do?
Panic. Well, our centaur has, effectively just withered and fallen before my very eyes. Taking the role that I normally take in combat.
I didn't say it.
Okay. Action, healing hands. You're going to regain a number of hit points equal to my level, so you're going to regain 7 hit points.
Well, at least I'm alive.
You are alive.
As I stand up, I say, I'm sorry, guys. I thought these were just like pop idols who didn't know how to fight.
I'm going to put my hands up. I'm going to go, sorry. Whoops. Our bad.
All right. Is that your turn?
That's all I got.
Okay, after Cosmos, it's Willy. What do you do?
Oh, I'm going to kill everybody.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
Okay.
First of all, how dare you? Second of all, rage. Third of all, I noticed that my group is relinquishing. So I guess I will take the tablet from Cosmos, throw it on the ground, free action, say, you know what you did, and then, with advantage on my strength check, try to drag everybody out of the room as quickly as possible.
Okay. Make your strength check with advantage.
It's a 7.
Unfortunately, how big? 1,400 pound? 1,200 pound?
1492.
1492 with a 7. You can drag Cosmos.
That will end my turn.
Okay. Okay. All right. So as the tablet plays in front of you for Bam and Yunhyung and Mozart to see, she's like, what are you talking about? Are you fire-breathing kittens? She can clearly see your tattoo, by the way. And you're awake now because Cosmos healed you. And it is Clop's turn.
So we're still in combat right now.
Well, you're in turns, but it does appear that they're looking for an explanation for what the heck just happened as you kicked their door in. But yeah, you guys kind of thought that the top-trained idol group in NiqaCon would be pushovers, and they weren't.
I was expecting them to be like a pop band. I'm not expecting like NSYNC to be good fighters.
I thought it would be a challenge, not a slaughter.
It's a little bit of both. It's a little bit. You did in a line like that. That was a pretty impressive. I will say it didn't go down that way in the other game quite as easily. But standing in a line like that was something. Okay, so what I can tell my player is mad that he doesn't get a challenging fight. I do apologize. I'll stat it differently next time.
I mean, I have a lot of HP. That's why I'm a little shocked.
Yeah, the critical hit by Yunhyung was... I did roll a 20, and I probably should have just discarded that. As a DM, just discard critical hits by your baddies, maybe? I don't know. Anyway, so... because
We can talk about this later.
So, anyway, he slid the tablet in. She's like, hold on, everybody chill out. What's going on here? What did you do? Did you vandalize the tablet?
Willy spits blood on the floor.
Clop will say, well, we actually found this tablet in Bunny Babette's room, and it was underneath a tattered of clothing and costumes, and we actually spent much time to track you guys down to figure out what is going on here. Like, why did you guys do this?
Yunhyung, the one with red hair, says, rip up clothing? Why would we do that? We had nothing to do with that. Look, we thought you were deranged fans kicking down our door into our dressing room. Sorry, it happens, but we did not rip up clothes in someone else's dressing room. I guess we both...
someone's framing you, so maybe look into that.
They look at one another confused. Then they both look at Mozart, and he says nothing.
Meanwhile, as all of this is going on, Cosmos is just writhing on the ground, screaming, "We're bad adventurers!"
No, you're not.
His 17 hit points disagree.
Yeah, my 10 feel the same.
Well, I just so you guys know, I have 7, thanks to Cosmos.
I probably should have disregarded the crit. Oh well, too bad. I didn't. I just let the dice happen. So, you're not bad adventurers. Sorry to wail on you so much. It was very interesting little... It's over. Let's move on. What do you say?
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, they're clearly more proficient now. They're aware that they're being framed. I am going to lay on hands Cosmos because he has a cage match after this. So, I give him 10 points of healing.
Cheers.
We're getting out of here. Sorry for bothering you. And go find an empty locker room to lick our wounds with our tails between our legs.
As we're walking out and licking our wounds, I look to my compatriots. I say, is it just me, or did they kind of like act a little weird at the end there towards Mozart?
Yeah. I'm not getting between them again.
We've learned our lesson, I
Clip
think.
Clop, and I point at the door that probably has scorch marks and blood that is ours spraying the hallway. Feel free.
I mean, they got a few lucky hits in, but I don't think, like, under normal circumstances, like, that would be the way things go. I think if we did it again, I think we could take them on just fine.
They moved in perfect synchronicity. They all took their turn on the exact same move. I'm not for fighting an idol group again. If anything, we need to go practice dancing.
They do take all the same turn. That is there. I mean,
Yes, sorry, DM note, it wasn't the crit. That was the problem.
Oh, okay. I do that sometimes.
You hit us with a wave of damage.
Yeah.
It's fine. We're moving forward. Willy's mad. The player is fine.
Okay.
But
All right.
I do not want to go in that room, and my interest in the investigation is markedly decreased. I want my friend. We still have a 10,000 gold on the line. I'll take 1,000. I'll give you 10 hit points. It's 100 gold per hit point. Let's try to salvage some dignity for the guild that we have deeply embarrassed today.
Okay, look, they are an adventuring group too. They're the Prancing Hippogriffs, just like the Sunblades or the Moody Booksellers.
No, I get it now. Okay. Roxanne was right. We suck. They rock.
Oh, no. Oh,
I can't believe I tried to dance in front of her. That was humiliating.
sometimes your adventurers just get horribly defeated, and it's such a beautiful thing when it happens.
I know, and the only way to spin it out from there is to be hilariously mad.
Oh, God. Oh, my stomach hurts.
Good. Listeners, we're having fun.
I'm just crying laughing.
You can't see the Skype call. Everyone has a smile no matter how bitter it is on their face.
Oh.
Please, can we get a healing potion or something? He's still at like half.
Do those hot dogs have anything in them?
I can cure wounds. Who's got the lowest HP?
No. We're done fighting, Clop. We need to make sure that our boy can provide entertainment in the ring.
Okay.
So please.
Wait, I gotta at least list off the goals for the adventure. Goals: repairing clothing, following the task of Rictavio Brittlethorn to escort them out of the arena. You know, there were so many goals in this adventure.
And we succeeded in none of them.
Yes, there were so many goals.
Once upon a time, this was a quest that had structure and order and an ending within sight. And now it's just... Now it's what
turned
it is.
into a cage match.
A few hours ago, I was like, oh, let's not get too into Clop's backstory. I don't want to distract from the plot. Now I wish that's the only thing I did. Trust your instincts, listeners.
Oh, I needed that. Oh, goodness.
Right. As a DM, I'm never going to let a crit happen again because I have properly statted them.
That was a beautiful moment. I love it.
I have properly statted them, so just let the stats... Okay, all right.
But there is a thing called a kill box, which is a dangerous thing, and the crit is fine. I'm not fighting the crit, but when you're walking into a kill box, you should maybe think, ooh, maybe I do this a little differently. But again, there is a wrestling match that is ticking closer.
Yeah, maybe kicking down the door wasn't the best move.
It's an awesome move. It was so cool. We were going to Ocean's 11 them, but we didn't realize that we were walking into a bear's cave.
8 is not enough.
It's fine.
8 is not enough intelligence.
Hey, guess what? My half-court shot missed earlier.
She says, "What do you mean someone's trying to frame us?" Like she's had some time to process and she's thinking about it. Tell me more.
I'm sorry, there's blood in my eyes. He dramatically wipes it away and throws it on the floor.
There was a healer in this adventure and you guys left her at a hot dog stand. Keep going.
Oh, incredible.
Because she sucked.
Oh, perfect.
Or no, she was correct. I don't even know what my basis is anymore.
So,
I have lost all mooring.
I'll talk to the pop idol group that just kicked our asses. And
If Willy had tear ducts...
this is the funniest Dungeons and Dragons I've ever ended up in. This is so good.
I have not been so rocked as a player. Listeners, I've been playing D&D for 16 years. This is the hardest I've been rocked in a year or two.
Oh, no.
Anyway.
That's not bad, DM.
No, don't feel bad. It's a beautiful moment. Anyway, I will drive the plot forward as best as I can and tell this pop idol group, we found a crying bunny girl surrounded by her tattered works of art, and in the middle of it was a tablet with your guys' faces on it, making mocking gestures, rude gestures at whoever holds the tablet. We kinda maybe jumped a couple times and thought that you were the cause. Whoops. Our bad.
I hope you're speaking for you and Clop. As fellow adventurers, you understand that sometimes a dramatic entrance is needed. And yes, we overstepped. But firmly, I do not believe this was our bad. So maybe we work together, seeing as you have power, to figure out who's trying to mess with your financial stream. And perhaps help a young artist reclaim some semblance of autonomy.
Yoon Hyung, the one with cardinal red hair, nods and says, "Yeah, this isn't the first time that we've been targeted. It's really hard being a pop idol group. That's why we train so hard, you know?"
Yeah, I mean, your lead singer got kidnapped by aliens from another plane.
Whoa, no, man. I see all these rumors about us. Just assume everything you hear about us is not true. Ilios, he left because he wanted to pursue a solo career.
And did he tell you that in person?
Yeah, man.
And had he perhaps been hanging out with a new crowd of people recently before that?
Yeah, this Rose lady. She's really, blonde hair. Very idol quality, A very beautiful woman.
Have you heard of the group called the Scarabs? They were a group of 4 musicians, and then one of them met someone from the outside, formed a relationship, and then thought that they were, so good they didn't need the rest of the group. The Scarab Beatles?
Right.
Yes, yeah. Maybe this person who drove a wedge between you and your compatriot could have been an alien from another plane. You're adventurers, right? Clearly you have the might, but you have the brain like we do. And I motion at my fellow 8 intelligence compatriots.
But Clop's kind of just scratching his head, looking around.
Kosmos' mask is on backwards. He's trying to get that righted.
So you're saying that Rose is some kind of alien, Yoon Hyung says to you?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Okay, all right, let's say that's true. I guess we shouldn't sign with her then?
Willy, falls back into a stool and just puts his, elbow on his knee and his hand in his forehead.
Oh, you're fun to mess with. You're fun to mess with, man. Of course we're not going to sign with her. We've been saying no, man. That's why we're still here.
Oh.
Rose and Ilios got close. She offered him additional training and like a solo career. And at first they weren't interested in us. But after a while, after Elios left, all of a sudden now they wanted to recruit us too. And no hard feelings, but hard feelings. So we said no. And we've been saying no ever since. They wanted us to be exclusive and just play with them or for them. And we like performing all around Guaso. Our music is for everyone. Bam nods her head in agreement, maroon hair shining prettily.
He points a very, angry finger and goes, "You're not allowed to make me like you." I'm still mad. Look, all right, you're fine, you're great. You might be a slightly better dancer than me. But we have a problem here. Someone with powers unknown to us ripped up young Joyful Babette's dress. The same people that are hunting you, trying to poach your group, steal your music from this world, are here in this convention center now. Let us join forces as Kitten and Hippogriff and remove one little spot of evil from this world. Please help us find them.
There it is. Yep.
Aww. Okay, well, what do you have to go on? Says Yoonhyung, the cardinal red-haired athletic man.
Willy doesn't know.
Well,
He very pitifully says, "We thought it was you." And hangs his head.
That explains our door.
Yeah, we were really all in on that theory, and it hasn't worked out great for us.
Who put you on us?
The tablet. Oh my god. Is it frickin' Babette?
She tore up her own costumes? Is that what
Or
you...
maybe or that suspicious attaché that was in her employ.
Or who was the guy that came in that was telling us all of the information?
Oh, the frickin' guy, the
detective-y type?
Prancing Hippogriffs. What is the name of the person in charge of this convention?
Rictavio Brittlecorn.
Okay, well that tracks. I thought maybe he was a guy purposely... Alright, well, we're not great at this.
Thoughts, Clop?
I'm still not too sure about Mozart personally. I think that guy's up to something. He hasn't said a single word yet.
Bam is like, Mozart doesn't talk much, but his voice is beautiful when he does. Mozart nods, and she says he talks a lot to us.
All right, what can you tell us about... Do you know anything about your, any of your fans? Say if I said a name like Roxanne Dang, do you know who that is?
Oh gosh, we've just got so many fans. I couldn't tell you who that is. Never met her before. She means nothing to me. I'm sorry, I've played the last episode, so I'm like, ha ha ha. Yeah, they've never met her.
Insight check. Oh, thank you, Dice Christ. 18.
They have never met Roxanne Dang or heard of her. Do you guys remember what your mission was for today?
No.
I can tell. So don't just DM intervention here. Rictavio Brittlecorn hired you to escort the people in the tablet out of the convention center.
Yeah, but that's not a good idea now. So Rictavio Brittlecorn must be bad. But what if he's just as ignorant as we are? But what if that is just me being ignorant, trying to be smart? So I don't know where the end of this rope is. This is like that trick where you just pull a handkerchief out of your mouth. All right, boys. All right. What if we just start beating up Rictavio Brittlecorn? Or we do the cage match. Make 10,000 gold.
These cage matches, Cosmos, are they like traditional wrestling where it's kind of like it's not really real, so to speak? I'm not trying to like. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to poke holes in your whole profession here. I'm just saying, I've seen some wrestling matches like some traveling wrestling matches. They weren't exactly real. So I'm just wondering, how certain are we that you're gonna win?
My dear boy, it doesn't matter. They've already agreed to split the pot. No matter who wins.
That's true. The real winning is just getting the crowd excited.
Is it possible to maybe just get all the 20,000? Like what if you like killed whatever his name is?
Clip Clop, that's something that a person in a high status position says. We are in a low status position right now. Let's just try to get enough money to have dinner when we leave here. And not fully fail both Babette, Nicamoy, our guild, and our tum-tums. I don't even eat! Why am I concerned about this?
We've lost our minds.
Alright, tell me where you're heading. There we go. And who you're heading there with, and I'll tell you what happens.
Hell, my 2 guildmates fast. No, I believe. Okay. Tell me about it. The week I had, I was like, oh, I can't wait to play D&D and relax and have fun. No. Another failure in a long line of failures for old player. Look, Brittlecorn seems the most likely guilty party, but he's also the one who is going to pay us. So if we make him guilty, we get no money.
Well, sometimes is the real victory the payout or the feeling that you did something right? I mean, I know I was just talking about killing people for 20,000 gold, but I'm willing to put that behind me right now.
Are you wearing boots? Because it looks like you're wearing flip-flops. All right, the king of all creation speaks to Willy's mind and goes, we must bring justice to our people. Willy goes, fine. Guess I won't be getting that cool ring anytime soon. Let's go accuse the leader of the NiqaCon for being evil.
So where are you guys headed, and who are you going there with?
Clop turns to his compatriots and says, guys, I don't know if you've noticed, but it seems like the prancing hippogriffs they're pretty able-bodied fighters. Maybe we should see if we can get them to come with us to talk to Brittlecorn, and maybe with all of us there, we won't even have to fight. Maybe he'll just be so intimidated by all of our presences that he will come clean, maybe, so to speak.
That's a good idea, Clip Clop. And then Willy snot rockets a blood clot that was part brain matter onto the floor.
Oh boy. Yeah, let's go.
Where are you going, and who are you going there with? You can do anything in any order. You can get your 10,000 gold and then go against him. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Do what you want, man.
No. We're not getting... No. Prancing hippogriffs, would you please come with us to confront Brickleborn? Sorry, I feel woozy.
Okay, all right. So, you were going to Rictavio Brittlecorn. Where is he?
I'll lead the way.
Willy tries to do the thing where he looks for maps, but points at just like a poster for a new comic scroll. It's like, I think it's that way.
Would you like a survival check?
Yeah?
10.
You're in the NiqaCon. The idols walking with you have face masks from the nose to the mouth to the chin on, just their eyes showing, and sunglasses on as they walk around with you. You're walking.
Oh, okay. I've got it. I go to the closest member of security. So, I just remove myself from the group and go, real discreetly, could you ask Bricklecorn to meet us out back on the service dock. We've got the 3 members, but we want to make this drop-off discreetly. Come on, man. You know Bricklecorn. I think he might want to say something to him. Persuasion check?
Sure.
3 on the dice for 11.
I'm going to say that a distracting event happens. The crowds thin out from the concession stands and make their way into the big auditorium. Illusion screens all along the hallway light up with the stage. The crowd has settled into their seats. The lights dim and various acts get on stage, dancing, singing. They're going on in the background as you're wandering around looking for this, first Octavio Bricklecorn and then the service docks, and then you're just wandering. The idols are getting a little, whatever. Their time's almost up. So there's dancing, there's singing, someone does magic tricks, the crowd murmurs slightly between acts, but the moment a silver horse leg appears on stage, waiting, stretched out from the curtain, a hush falls in anticipation. The music starts, and a silver-hoofed, light gray-feathered, eagle-headed horse with folded wings that are, parallel to their side, not spread out, you can't really see them very well, prances out on stage, rapidly dancing in time to the music. A microphone on his head allows him to sing too, in a skillful voice. The tune is fast, and the footwork intricate. The crowd applauds and screams, standing up and cheering. Kosmos, you might not win the wrestling if you don't get them to cheer louder than that. At the very end of the song, he unfurls massive wings. Not eagle wings, like his head is an eagle, but moth wings. They spread out, gently flapping, like the sound of a canvas ship's sail. As the hippogriff-turned moth gently flaps his wings and the song comes to a close, a fine shimmer of gold dust engulfs him with each flap, getting thicker and thicker until the song ends, and as the dust settles to the ground, you see that he has disappeared. Yunhyung, Bam, and Mozart look shocked. They've pulled their sunglasses up to look at the screen. Mozart is clasping his hand to his masked face. He clearly had no idea that he was debuting tonight. Ilios? What happened to his eagle feather wings? Bam asks.
Oh, he's a bug person now.
What?
Yeah. Oh, did you not know? Well, this is very difficult. We're definitely not going to win, but I feel like the only way to get your friend back is to confront him.
You're right, he's probably backstage. Okay. And she...
Go, Lady Madrigal!
And she snaps her fingers and you all appear backstage to where Ilios is indeed walking off of behind the stage and heading, backstage. Yeah.
Good job, Lady Maroon.
Bam.
I give her a thumbs up.
Her name's Bam.
Yes, my D20 was over her name. All I had was Lady Maroon. I give the stage to you. Do you have something to say to your friend who has not betrayed only your band, but the very humanity of the realm?
Hippogriffness. Ilios, are you okay? And then I guess the NPCs are going to talk to one another.
Hey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Players can do damage to the DM as well.
He says, Yunhyung, Mozart, Bam. Did you see how cool I was? And Yunhyung's like, okay, so the dust cloud was kind of cool. Ilios is like, you guys have to join me. This is awesome. I'm immortal now. Don't you want to live with me? And Yunhyung says, if you wanted to spend so much time with us, why didn't you ask us to join you initially? Why'd you say you wanted to go on a solo career?
Ooh.
Ilios says, this invitation from the Ekemblem, initially, it was only for me. I was a little worried that I'd never see you guys again. But I changed their mind. They like you now. You can join us. I don't want to perform in Guaso anymore. We can perform anywhere. Now that I'm in Ekemblem, I can literally go anywhere. We can teleport anywhere. Not like you can teleport. She's got limitations, you guys. I can go to different planes. I can perform for an entire concert hall full of people that are made out of crystal. I can go anywhere. You guys, Guasto's too small. You're thinking small time. You gotta go big time with me.
I would like to whisper to my party members as they're talking.
Yeah.
This is our chance, boys. One move, in unison. We take him down. Right now, right here. You ready? Big moves, all of us. We end this with fireworks and we get our dignity back.
Sure, I'm with you.
My constitution's a little shaken, but yeah, let's do it.
Okay. We just lock him down, make him stay here. Okay? We're not going for a kill blow, boys. We just lock this little moth down. We pass him over to the hippogriffs, and then they can decide what they do with him. Does this sound good or dumb? We made a lot of dumb decisions. I literally don't know if this is smart or dumb.
I think it's a terrible decision I'm happy to make.
I literally could not think of a smarter decision to make.
All right. FBK on 3.
You could perform to arenas filled with people that were only thought and gaseous cloud and color. You could eat foods you could never dream of. You could go anywhere and live forever. And
1.
and be better than you are now. Not just some podunk guasso prancing hippa
2.
griffs. What do you think?
3. FBK! And charge. Rage is bonus action. Making an attack. Oh, this is so dumb. Why did I do this? 18 to hit.
That hits?
Okay. Now we can get funky with it. I'm going to drop a smite. Got my bonus. Packed weapon. 32.
Damage?
Yep.
Oh, okay. All right, that takes a good chunk of their HP out. What did you do?
So, I pull my sword out, come up, do a firm slash just to break their concentration. My friends know what they're supposed to do. We either need to knock him out or constrict him. And then we pass him over to the hippogriffs, and then they can be in charge of healing their friend. This dude's brain is broke, and our violence, Himbo Squad, this is the one thing we can do to help them.
Team Himbo.
Damn.
We are the Himbros.
No. Oh dear.
I will also... Clop is gonna charge as well, using his racial charge ability, which allows him to move 20 feet at a target, and if the attack hit rolls, it doubles the damage, doubles the dice damage. And I'm also going to use my extra attack as well, my ranger extra attack. And I am also what is it? It's I have fighting style 2-weapon fighting, and I got 2 whips. So I pull out both my whips, and I'm gonna charge at him and just kind of like snap both my whips at him. And that's let's see here,
So I believe that's 3 attacks, and as long as one of them hits, it's doubled.
So that is 8, 14, and 9.
He looks seriously wounded. What did you do? Did you punch him? What is going on here? So Willy threw some arcane energy, and you are...
Oh no, I straight up tried to cut one of his wings off.
My goodness.
I charged, Clop charged up to him, pulled both his whips out, brandishing them in both hands, and kind of tried to like whip at his wings so he couldn't like flap away and fly away, and just kind of like whipped him a bunch of times.
And then Cosmos?
I mean, I guess I'm gonna suplex the hippogriff. Like,
Also, excellent name for the episode.
got a lot of options on the table here.
Well, would he be like a moth-griff at this point?
Hippomoth?
Hippomoth?
I'm going to
Hemothograph.
roll. This is an athletics check. I'm just grappling him, basically.
Yeah, he's out of hit points. He had 50.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, that's good, because I didn't roll very well on my athletics check.
It's easy to grapple an unconscious hippogriff.
Okay. Great. Perfect.
Describe what you do, Cosmos, because you're ending the fight.
I can't ignore the fact that I just rolled, like, straight up a 5 on the D20. So, like, it starts off like maybe threatening a German suplex. I just drop him. I just don't have a good enough grip. I just drop the hippogriff.
He does weigh a lot, so that's fine. Okay. I mean, not as much as you, Clop. Because when they fly, their bones are lighter. But a lot. Okay. So, yeah. Yoon-hyung didn't really get the memo that he was supposed to heal him. So he doesn't heal him and is like, no, we're not small time. We're plenty big enough for us. Get the memo and stop having your goons try to kidnap us. And then from the ground, Elios von Hoofenstuff is like, I just wanted you to be with me forever.
No, Willy looks at them and is like, bros, his brain is mangled. Take your boy home. I punch him in the head to knock him out, like, non-lethally, and go, take your boy home and fix him. You might be powerful and popular, but if you see one of yours wounded, maybe you could learn something from the FBK.
He left us voluntarily. You know, I mean, it's his choice.
Persuasion check.
Okay.
He left because an alien brainwashed him. That is a 23.
Okay. But I'll see what we can do about getting him to enjoy Guaso again. They do not have the strength to carry him out of here.
Oh, just throw him on Clop. Freaking Cosmos has a wrestling match to get to. Someone is paying us.
Okay. Alrighty. So your plan is to have them, like, walk him out of here on Clop's back?
Now,
Yeah,
normally I don't like it when people ride me, but in this case, I'll allow it.
I mean, he's unconscious. It's more of a saddlebag.
I guess you're right. He's not really riding me, I guess.
Look, this is their guildmate. If they don't want to take care of him, they can drop him in the gutter. Like, that's on them.
Well, when you phrase it that
FBK
way, says Yoon-hyung.
FBK takes care of their own. We're a litter of kittens.
And they start heading out the convention center exit?
All right, boys, we just removed a lot of the competition. At the very least, Ilios won't be here to receive the prize, and the second runner-up has just been removed. This is your chance, Cosmos.
The knuckles are re-cracked.
Oh, it sounds so gross after they got popped back in.
Okay, so you guys are at the exit with the prancing hippogriffs and Clop carrying Elios von Hoofenstuff. Okay, you're at the exit. Yoon-hyung, Mozart, and Bam follow you through the hallways toward the convention center exit. You are approaching an exit gate that leads out to a beautiful gardened area. Do you lead them outside?
I believe so, yeah.
I think we should maybe contact Brittlecorn now or after to get our reward?
Willy spits more blood onto the floor. No. Honestly, I think I've made my stance abundantly known. If we want to follow them out, I'm more than willing. I am concerned about the dynamics of their group, because they really don't seem to love each other as much as FPK does, you know? If Jade took off one night and was just like, I don't want to be FPK anymore, that would be very concerning for Willy and I think the group as a whole. If one of theirs takes off in the night, that's whatever. I guess this is my question, DM. Would us doing this impact the NiqaCon steel cage match?
Technically, no. What you're about to do does not impact the NiqaCon steel cage match.
Then, yeah, we'll walk them out.
You are approaching an exit gate that leads to a beautiful gardened area. Do you lead them outside? Just hearing it. So Willy says yes. Cosmos says yes. Clop says yes. You lead them outside. Clop is carrying the unconscious form of Elios von Hoofenstuff, and Bam, Mozart, and Yunhyung are walking beside you with their very, very recognizable red hair, black hair, and maroon long hair combo. You hear a bush rustle and a yelp. As you turn to look out of the corner of your eye, a moth-winged humanoid tackles the 3 remaining members of the 4 kings, pushing them into a portal and smudging out the portal's line all in one smooth motion.
I think we've been had, boys. I don't know if this...
We're bad. Look, we're...
You're...
Willy's going to kill me.
No, you're I'm letting you know because you're gonna have to bleep me, and it's funnier if you bleep me. Fuck them, they suck.
Who are you mad at right now?
Everyone between the sky and the core of the earth. I'm not mad, I just thought that would be a funny endpoint. Alright, conjunct this whole bit. I just thought the image of us all bloodied standing there doing the whole thing was we were doing our best this whole session, and then we walk outside like at least they're gonna heal each other, and then a bug just takes them into a portal, and we're just like, the only thing I can think to logically say as we're standing there bloody and broken is fuck them, they suck.
Do you remember how when you were beating him up, you were like, stop sending your goons after us? Do you remember how they were like, why do you keep trying to recruit us? Do you remember how they were like, it's the whole point of all this was that Rictavio Brittlecorn hired you to find the people who were under a fake name because he couldn't find them. You can get paid now.
Oh, cool. I have so many questions.
I'm so excited to see what the group chat looks like after this.
Oh, you think I'm going to respond to this group chat?
Very sorry. The whole point of this entire adventure was that Rictavio Brittlecorn needed you to find the prancing hippogriffs for him.
Well, we found them.
We found them all right. We did it.
Every instinct we had this whole adventure was wrong.
This was a comedy of errors.
This is the logical conclusion that we finally thought we did the good thing, sending their lost member home with the party, and then of course a hawk swoops down and picks up our family of mice that we love, and we're just like standing there like, yeah, like, I always try to avoid a bleep. But you know what? This moment for Willy deserves a bleep.
I'm really sorry because D&D is supposed to be fun. I think I just made you guys really mad.
I'm not mad in the slightest.
Okay, we need to end the episode because I need to explain how you didn't do a bad job. The fact that I'm mad doesn't mean I am upset. Or the fact that I'm upset doesn't mean I'm mad.
I just feel like I've just lost my mind. That's where I'm at.
Yes, and that is a valuable part of the D&D experience. Occasionally, you need to be fully rocked top to bottom and be reminded that your characters are not that powerful. And even the people that you find to be much more powerful than you can be swooped down by a single bug person, even though they take their actions as a unit, and one of them is a frickin' dragon.
You said the other session went off the rails? How you feeling about this one?
I have a sneaking suspicion it might have been in the design of the campaign this time. The fact that both games went fully insane. I am screaming.
They were really
I don't know. I felt pretty good about kicking the door open. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, that was the last time I felt confidence in my life. You have created the Necronomicon. You are H.P. Lovecraft, creating an adventure that will drive you truly insane. I will now only dream deep in the forgotten city of Ryleth.
I'll peek behind the DM curtain. This is an adapted plot from the Star Trek The Next Generation episode Ensign Row.
Of course it is!
Oh. And I love Star Trek.
I thought this was going to be a fun Comic-Con, and I had a whole bit ready where I dressed up like Jade. I thought it was going to be a lark. I didn't expect to feel mortality in my heart.
Oh my gosh. Okay. All right.
In your defense, I felt that same thing. Like, I wasn't expecting like a pop idol group to just rock us that hard, if I'm being honest.
She needs no defense.
Should we say as well that this is Clip Clop's first game of Dungeons and Dragons? Welcome to it.
Yeah. Well, welcome. Welcome to the Nut House. And again, listeners, no one is mad at the
No
DM.
one try laughing.
She merely created a playground of insanity where your own views are warped.
I saw this episode.
End the episode.
Oh, yeah. You guys should watch the episode Ensign Row by Star Trek. So I was like, I have to adapt that to my D&D somehow. And, anyway. So, you guys get paid by Rictavio Brittlecorn?
It doesn't feel as good now for some reason.
Because you escorted them out.
Okay, well then we get double payment.
Yes. So we'll talk about gold afterwards, but you absolutely get paid by Rictavio Brittlecorn. Let's say 1,000 each, actually. 1,000 each. Good job. They're face palming. And, your competition's mostly gone. So do you want to do NiqaCon test?
Yeah, duh.
Obviously. We have to. We have to see this madness through to the end.
Okay. Hulk Harlan and Cosmos are not on stage. It is dark and everything is black. Then the spotlights shine upon the metal frame of a cage that is being lowered down from the ceiling onto the stage. Standing on the cage is Cosmos as it is lowered down. The crowd goes wild because Cosmos is pretty famous.
Woo! Yeah, Cosmos! I love Cosmos! He's great!
Appearing from the edge of the stage with his own theme music is Hulk Harlan. He struts his stuff down to the stage and the crowd cheers even louder because it is very rare to see a face versus face match. Well, mask versus face match. And it's really only at these NiqaCon test events that you can have this. Are you fighting for your...
Hulk.
Are you fighting for your title belt? Are you putting it on the line?
Oh, we gotta. In for a penny, in for a pound.
We've lost everything else, Cosmos. Like, why not lose your dignity because you're definitely going to roll a 1? It's the only way this can end narratively.
I'm ready for it.
As he climbs... do cages have entrances? How does one get in the... No, we're not going to ask.
I think it has an opening.
There's a little door.
Okay.
It gets chained up after.
He uses the little door and he gets inside the cage. and as he stands in the very middle of the squared circle, the referee rings the bell to start the match. He whispers to you, I guess just says it normally and no one else can hear it. Choke slam, suplex, moonsault, backbreaker, powerbomb.
Got it.
Hope you got it, because roll an athletics check.
An athletics check, okay.
Or acrobatics.
Here it comes, listen.
Or, whatever you want.
Could I make it a performance check?
Yeah.
Okay, great. That would be 17.
Okay. And as the choke slam happens, as the suplex happens, as the moonsault happens, you guys go into a backbreaker and end with a powerbomb. Hulk Harlan loses. Because he got a 17.
Cosmo!
And the crowd goes wild. Not quite as wild as they had for Elio's Fun and stuff, but it doesn't matter because he's not here anymore. So... Harlan on stage hands you 10,000 gold and announces, "Thank you, fire-breathing kittens. I couldn't have done it without you. And he's like breathing heavy because you guys just did a lot of exercise. And thank you to all my fans. In appreciation, I'm donating this 10,000 gold to Wrestle Therapy, a group that does wrestling training as physical therapy for disabled children. Woo! The crowd cheers.
Woo!
And he looks at
Clop
you.
goes insane at that.
Willy would yell to Cosmos and go, match it.
Oh. I'll let him have that. I'll just...
What do you say, Cosmos, to end the night being the very last thing said in this adventure with fire-breathing kittens?
There's a lot of gestures happening on the camera.
There's so many gestures.
We're bad adventurers.
All right, and you keep your 10,000 gold. All right. And you all get 1,000 gold each, too, as well. Joining us tonight, we're Clop. Welcome to D&D.
I'm not feeling too good.
Oh, no. Are you okay?
I only got 7 hit points left.
Okay. All right. Did you have fun?
I did. I had a lot of fun.
Oh, good. Cosmos.
Oh, the player has abs after this episode.
And Willy.
I'm tired.
Good night.
Oh, good night.
Hello, I'm JT, a lifelong student of the paranormal and the unexplained. I've spent over 35 years researching and learning about a wide range of subjects, from UFOs and cryptids to ghosts and the supernatural, from hidden and lost treasures to mankind's mysterious past, and all other things mysterious and Fortean. Each week I'll bring you some relevant and interesting articles in this genre, as well as a different topic. Some you may be familiar with, but many you most likely will never have known existed. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride, and let me be your tour guide as we explore the unexplained on the Paranormal Sun.
Hello, I'm Dane.
I'm Luke.
And this is What's New Barkeep. Have you ever wondered what was in a Long Island iced tea, a buttered toffee, or a cosmopolitan?
Or, better question, how does it taste?
In this podcast, we answer those questions you were afraid to ask your barkeep. We plunge headfirst into the recipes, discovering the ones that are good, bad, or never again. Along the way, we also talk about things you would talk to your friends about in the bar, whether it's video games, D&D, anime, movies, and TV.
Who knows, you might even catch us on trivia night.
Be sure to catch us every Friday at noon to plan for your happy hour.
So let us find out if the poison you picked is actually poison.
Be sure to drink responsibly.
And have a good one.